or pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, COIN. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a banger for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb will do that at 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's what you do that's new. We'll go over the listener's choice. I have something for you as well. 5 o'clock hour, we'll do trivia. We'll end it up with It's Only Money with our buddy Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. And you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and dogbacks, and 4 opportunities to win $1,000. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show all day, every day. JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. If you want to send a talk back, that's easy as well. Just grab that iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we will get you on the air.
Superstar.
3 o'clock keyword is coin, COIN. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Coin. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win faux show.
I think we should repeat it every 3 minutes.
Coin. You guys, big plans for Cinco de Mayo today?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I got here drunk. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah, partied all morning. I think 7 margs, double margs. Love it. No food, so I'm really feeling great. Had about a 10-minute nap before we came on the air, and I'm ready to light this thing up. What do you guys say?
No.
Yeah, no, I just got up a few minutes ago when I didn't do anything. I'm not doing anything.
My wife actually has an afternoon gig out in New Smyrna Beach. That means I'm on my own for dinner, and I'm thinking about the $6 Wawa meal deal.
What's that? Talk to me about the $6 Wawa.
Oh, boy.
I know nothing about that.
I've been doing this for 2 weeks.
We got a little food. We got some food news today, too, so.
Let's check this out. So, Wawa, it's for $6. You get the
Wah to the wah.
the shorty sub.
Yeah. That's a
you get the
6-incher?
picture- Yes.
Okay.
A soda and a chips with the Hers chips, but it's like a decent size. It's not like
not the little, like,
snack size. It's the decent size bag, all for $6.
Dude, that's incredible because you're right. I'm telling you, man, that chip game at sandwich stores has changed. Like when you go to 7-Eleven or any of the stores, like a Wawa or whomever, whatever, and you get a bag of chips, it's like a regular bag of chips.
Yeah.
When you go to one of the big sandwich shops and you get a combo, that bag of chips is smaller. That's a ripoff because I have to buy 2 of those bag of chips to get the same amount of chips to have with my sandwich. I don't know about you guys, but when I take a bite, I like a bite of sandwich and a little bite of crunch with my chip, and I try to plan it out so I have chips left for the last bite of my sandwich. Everybody does that.
Not everybody does that, especially with chips. It's not as important. There are some like meals. If you have a side, sometimes you need the side to go with the entree or the protein because it just works together. So you need to kind of.
It's like a pickle
balance.
spear. You got to have a pickle spear with a half a sandwich.
100%. No, it's a must. And it's got to be wrapped in some weird wax paper or
I can't
something.
remember the last time I had a pickle spear with a sandwich.
Really? Why?
You only get that at a deli.
No. That's not
Firehouse
true.
does that.
I've been to one of them in years.
Yeah. I think Jersey Mike's does it too. Like when you get
No.
one of their Italian sandwiches.
No.
Maybe the Italian.
Hold up.
Nope.
Hold up. I'm telling you, I think Jersey Mike's gives you a pickle wrapped up in a little piece of paper. That's a paper pickle.
The only thing The only thing I've ever gotten from Jersey Mike's is the number 13 Mike's Way.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Italian sub. Never, ever has it come with
I
a
had
pickle.
Jersey Mike's today and no pickle.
Oh, really?
No paper pickle.
You get that debt though, because goddamn, Jersey Mike's proud. You get that foot long cheesesteak. That thing's like $20, right? It is. Like, you get that foot long cheesesteak all the way at Jersey Mike's. That bitch is $20.
I get what they call a tiny turkey.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't gonna help me. Nothing about me tiny or turkey-ish. That's definitely not gonna help your boy.
Do you eat less than you used to?
No, I eat
Yes.
more. It's terrible. I weigh 225 right now. I'm fat as hell.
Yeah, I'm just flirting with my maximum weight ever, and I realized that last night. And then, so, I rode my bike before I even turned on my computer. I'm like, I'm going to exercise.
Yeah.
But I used to get a foot long, like a traditional foot long sub, and now I eat half a sub, but I'm okay with that.
You eat less as you get older.
100%.
right?
Yeah, you do.
That's for sure. I cannot eat as much at a single sitting as I could before because
man.
I'm the same way. Like I every time I go to Publix, get a pub sub, I find out which one is on sale and I buy the foot long of that because I would never buy like a half a sandwich because I eat half for that time and then I save the other half to eat for another meal and it works out perfectly every time. Actually, that's a great deal because you go in there sometimes get their ultimate sub for like $9 and I mean that's 2 meals. But no, I can't eat, but I can eat more times during the day. Do you feel me on that? Like I can eat and then eat again in 2 or 3 hours and eat almost the same amount, and that's why I'm fat.
They say that's the best way to do it.
But to get fat,
Because you keep your metabolism burning.
It is working because I am fat.
The best workout program I ever did was Body for Life, and they literally had you eating every hour and a half to 2 hours. It's what you ate.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, it's like that. What?
The $6 meal deal at Wawa's over.
Oh,
Here, I thought it was a breaking news story. Shame on me.
That was my dinner.
yeah. That's terrible. Well, you got to go get that mojo pork and do the street tacos.
I'll go to Taco Bell.
No, go to Taco Bell.
Cinco de Mayo.
You know, come on, dude. Come on, man. There's nothing Cinco about Taco Bell. There's no Cinco de Mayo on Taco Bell, buddy. I got bad news for you.
I just opened my Wawa app. It says
That
we
gone.
got tacos. It says new tacos, new craving.
Hey, it's always listing, boss. Always listing. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. It is National Hoagie Day today.
Oh, okay.
So we'll talk about that a little bit later. It is Cinco de Mayo. I wonder if anybody has plans. Does anybody do anything for Cinco if it's on a Tuesday? I mean, I know there are parties out there. I was online today, and I saw a number of places that are having parties, but, man, it just never crosses my mind at all. Back in the day, I'd be, like, gearing up right now to go out tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Angela Boom is DJing the party.
Is he?
Out there. And so some places are doing
Well,
stuff.
dude, if you're free tonight, why don't you step out?
Hell no.
Why not?
It's a
Jimmy,
Tuesday.
why don't you step out?
Yeah. You step
Why
out,
don't
old
you
man.
take you and the wife go out on the Taco Tuesday?
You know what?
Go get margaritas somewhere.
I don't know that we won't. Usually that is dependent on how well my wife's day went, because her job can be very stressful. And if I get a text at the end of the show, or in the end of her day, like 5:30, 6 or whatever it is, and it says, "Wow, what a day," I'll just text back dranks. DRANKS, because that's a different than drinks. I'm on drinks, and she'll say, "Yep," and then that's when we do drinking. We do that for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. The news I was talking about with food is, did you guys see the latest on Publix?
No.
And I got to tell you,
They require 2 children now,
Now, listen,
at the register?
And I'm stepping away. I've already started it. We did it this week with Aldi the first time. I had to go to Publix to get name brand sodas, but even that I believe is going to change because we're going to wind up getting a big box store card. I think we may actually get it this weekend. Get a Costco card.
Yeah.
Because it's so ridiculous now. And look, I love the brand. I've loved the brand for years. We've talked about them for years. I don't know that it's sustainable to shop there anymore on a regular basis. And I'm not saying that as a slam.
$12.99 for like aluminum foil.
I'm telling you straight up. I just paid
$12.99.
3 cases of water, to buy 2 get 1, and BOGO sodas, and it was $40. What was that? Get out of there.
You know what a case of soda is at Costco?
Oh, I came in with what?
It's $3.
Yeah, $3. Yeah.
Is that brand name soda?
I'm sorry. case of water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But here
Okay.
it wasn't.
Soda's 13.
You buy 2 and get 1 free, and I think the 2 were $7 a piece because it was the 36 bottle thing or whatever.
Wow.
So and then you pay for that, so it's $36 plus tax for 5 items. It
Yep.
was, and then when we bought that beef that day, and it was $30 for 2 packs of beef. I'm like, we just got to change the way we shop. It's just not sustainable. This is so stupid. You know. Even if you think you can afford it and you go in there, it just feels so wasteful to shop there. And then the produce is equally as expensive. You just simply can't imagine like how they're able to do that when other stores are less than a mile and a half away, and they're not. Key Foods is across the street from this place. Aldi is less than a mile from it.
I would personally like to apologize to you. Because for years I've known this and known of better options, and obviously I've never mentioned about better grocery options like Aldi.
Yeah,
and so really that's on me for not sharing that with you.
You are
a good friend and a
ninja level.
PA.
Yeah.
Ninja level.
So really, that's on me. Matter of fact, I feel guilty enough to write you a check.
No, thank you very much. Do that
for all the money you haven't saved over the past several years. I've been an Aldi shopper.
You owe me a nickel. So this is the full ranking of most trusted grocers and convenience stores. Now, you remember we tripped out last time because Publix was up there in the very top, and all of a sudden somebody toppled them, if you'll remember, right?
Yeah.
We were like, well, now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now it's gotten worse.
What?
So now, Publix, which was the gold standard for years.
Oh, without a doubt.
And Wegmans were always going back and forth.
But in the South, it was Publix.
Yeah, Wegmans are not down here.
Right, yeah. So that has changed dramatically. Whole Foods, now the most trusted grocery brand out there.
Wow.
Followed by Kroger.
And that's Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Whole Foods?
Yep.
Yeah.
Followed by Kroger. Followed by a company called Quick Trip, which is, I think, a convenience store because they'd include that in here. Publix coming in number 4 now.
Wow.
So dropping all the way to number 4, which is amazing when you consider, the imprint and the brand they have in the South and how they have really kind of instituted themselves into Southern homes. But, man, people just can't do it anymore.
They can't afford it.
They just can't do it. And can I tell you
Chuck
something?
round roast, $13 a pound. It would have been $56 to get a 3 to 4 pound chuck roast.
Yeah. Deborah, listen.
This isn't like filet.
And the other thing, too, is you can see it in the foot traffic.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it in the parking lots. Like that one I go by every single day. And the one I was in just the other day, premium time to be in there, and there was nobody in the store. Like it is weird watching it happen, but there is zero question they are feeling the pinch of this price, these pricing issues, and you can tell it immediately.
What'd you say about the what was your deal on the ground beef? Was it 3 pounds of 90-10?
It was 2.5 pounds because that's what my wife asked me to get. One pack was like. One pack was a 1 pound 7.5, and the other one was what made up the difference. It wasn't exactly 2.5, and it was $30, $17 for one and $13 for the other.
Because it was either BJ's or Costco. I saw they just had it was 3 pounds in 3 pound packs for $20.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yeah, and that's a half a pound more for $10 less.
Yeah,
and this was 90-10. It's sirloin, but it again it doesn't matter. I mean, you should not be doing that. You could buy the steak cheaper, and I'm telling you, it's wild. Like when you can buy a steak cooked out cheaper than you can buy it raw in a grocery store, there's a problem, and that's every day in that store.
We just had that discussion yesterday because we just went and had a steak dinner for Chris's birthday on Sunday and discovered, it's a lot cheaper to do this at a restaurant than it would be to try to cook this meal at home.
It is unbelievable. Like I will tell you, it's wild too because when you're in there and you go to where the beef, like nobody's there in front of the beef, and even the people that are there, they have a smaller choice because they're putting less beef out because nobody's buying it.
Nobody can afford it.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. Got some news, Deb?
Yes, I do. We're going to talk about a cruise ship stranded with a 7th passenger sickened. Spirit workers are being offered hiring help here in Orlando. And when a potentially hazardous asteroid will pass close to Earth. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. Don't forget, guys, coin is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's COIN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Think I'd like to try something authentic. How are your chimichangas? Stupid things people say on Cinco de Mayo. Real Radio 104.1.
No traffic issues to report at this hour. Maybe a bit of a slow ride down near that World Drive area. No problems getting to or from the airport. Traveling on I-4 north and southbound looks like a pretty easy ride. A little bit of a slowdown on Florida's Turnpike on the northbound side, just past 528. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Gainesville Hospital.
HCA Florida Gainesville Hospital has opened its doors, featuring state-of-the-art technology and nationally recognized physicians. More convenient access to high-quality care. HCA Florida Gainesville Hospital, located at I-75 and Archer Road.
Man, no question that when you have plumbing problems, your entire house comes to a screeching halt. No showers, no flushing toilets. It is the worst. Everybody's experienced this, and everybody needs to know what I have experienced lately. It's always great to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, guys, I'm telling you, this experience I'm having with Modern Plumbing Industries has been really amazing. These guys will do it all. They will ask the questions that get you the answers that you need. They know what they're doing, and they're very good at what they do, on time, doing the work, and just making sure everything is buttoned up exactly how you want it. Employee owned and in business since 75. Houses to high rises. These guys can do it all. All plumbing issues, gas, water heaters, and so much more. And look, when you book your appointment, please remember to mention the Jim Colbert Show. $50 discount coming your way. It's 24-hour service at your fingertips, guys. 407-327-6000, or hit them up online at modernpi.com.
Host an event they'll never forget at Crush Yard. Designed for group gatherings of all kinds, Crush Yard makes it easy to bring people together for team events, birthday parties, and milestone celebrations. With pickleball courts, great food and drinks, and flexible space to play or relax, everything comes together in one place. We handle the details so you can focus on your guests and enjoy the moment. It's an interactive, high-energy experience everyone will remember. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando.
Orlando, this is your last chance to see the Storm at home in the regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m. The Orlando Storm take on the DC Defenders at the Inter & Co Stadium. It's Hats Off to the Heroes Night as we honor the brave men and women who serve our community and our country. Be there for hard-hitting football, a playoff push, and an electric Friday night under the lights. Plus, the first 5,000 fans get a free Orlando Storm hat. Tickets start at just $16. Get yours now at UFLstorm.com. That's UFLstorm.com. Join the Storm. Experience the chaos.
Out here, we hear your speed before we see you.
Wind that rocks us.
Cars drifting toward us.
This isn't just a road, it's our workplace.
Slow down.
Keep your distance.
Stay focused.
Your choices matter.
Let's get everyone home safely.
Learn more about the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative at WorkZoneSafetyFL.com.
Want to sell your home, but you're worried that it takes months to sell and you don't want to deal with showings? The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty offers a guaranteed cash offer program, which means no showings, no repairs, and you can close in as little as 14 days. The Nickley Group meets with over 300 active buyers every single month, and they sell a home on average every 9 hours. It's time to stop waiting and start moving. Go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Eligibility and results may vary. A beautiful, confident smile can change everything. It changes how people see you and how you see yourself. When you're proud of your smile, confidence comes naturally. At Sage Dental, we make that confidence possible. Using the latest technology, our caring team of dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons use minimally invasive techniques for the smile you've always wanted. Whether it's braces, clear aligners, implants, partial or full restorations, all of Sage's personalized treatments are conveniently done right there in the office. With same-day and next-day appointments, call Sage Dental, now accepting appointments at our new location in Ormond Beach. We work with most insurance plans. No insurance? No problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation centered on care. Call 800-226-8844. 800-226-8844. That's 800-226-8844.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Imagine an Olympics where doping is not only legal, but encouraged. It's the enhanced games. Some call it grotesque. Others say it's unleashing human potential. Either way, the podcast Superhuman documented it all, embedded in the games and with the athletes for a full year.
Within probably 10 days, I'd put on 10 pounds. I was having trouble stopping the muscle growth.
Search Superhuman on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
What's going on? And happy Cinco de Mayo, Colbert and Company's Concrete Mike. Man, I ain't got no big plans. Not like really going out to, celebrate at a bar or anything like that. My only plans are to smash my wife tonight and make it so she can't walk right tomorrow.
Come on, dude. Respect. Gotta show some respect.
Why, are you jelly?
Pixar didn't happen. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. You know what I'd like to do tonight?
I'm not sure I want to hear it after that talk back.
Man, I'd like to crash a Villages Cinco de Mayo party. I bet that'd be a blast up in about 8:45. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. A cruise ship in the Atlantic is looking for a place to let off its passengers after 3 people on board died, at least one from a hantavirus infection. NBC's Camilla Bernal reports 4 other people have been sickened, including one who was evacuated to a hospital in South Africa.
Nearly 150 passengers, including 17 Americans, are trapped on a cruise ship off the coast of West Africa. According to the World Health Organization, 7 possible cases of hantavirus have now been identified aboard the NV Hundius.
The World Health Organization this morning said 2 people on board are being prepared for medical evacuation. There may be as many as 7 hantavirus cases tied to the cruise. Now, hantavirus is usually spread by contact with rodents or their urine droppings and saliva, but the World Health Organization experts suspect a variant that can be found in Peru and Argentina, where this cruise originated, that can be transmitted human to human, which they said is exceedingly, under normal circumstances, exceedingly rare, except in those variants that have been found in Peru and Argentina.
Right.
Speaking of other travel news.
Just lucky, I guess.
Yeah, let's put them on a ship in a confined space.
Right, exactly. Well, next it's an escape room.
Right, well... Flying isn't becoming much more fun either, because Delta Airlines is no longer going to hand out snacks on short-distance flights. So starting May 19th, economy passengers on flights under 350 miles will not get snacks, in-flight meals, or even drinks. The change impacts roughly 450 daily flights, but first-class travelers will still get full service.
They were just waiting for the Spirit to drop.
Exactly.
Now they can charge more and lower their service.
Oh, yeah.
Another change, Delta says it will now offer full food and beverage service to its comfort and main cabin customers on flights between 350 and 499 miles. If you remember, back in 2015, Delta stopped offering food and beverage service on flights under 250 miles. So they're just bumping it up. So before you know it, you're going to have to be on a flight for 12 hours before you're going to get a peanut.
Yeah, before it's all done, they're just going to be like, look, open your mouths. We're going to bring out a hose. Catch what you can get and be thankful.
You're welcome.
I'm flying to New York next week just for the trail mix.
Yeah. Welcome to the frugal skies.
Well, unfortunately, Florida may be headed into a transportation crisis with the failure of an airline and possibly the state's passenger train service. Bet you didn't expect to hear that, right? Ridership on Brightline up 21% month over month because of high gas prices. Well, UCF economist Dr. Sean Snaith says Spirit Airlines' collapse and Brightline's inability to service its debt makes this a challenging time for Florida's tourism industry.
This is not a grand week in the transportation industry for the state of Florida, that's for sure. I don't think Brightline is in the same situation at this point in time that Spirit was, but these are significant challenges.
And here's how significant they are.
But we have good voting maps.
Yeah. If you want to see the train, you can always check out my background here.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So Brightline reports a total of how much money in long-term debt?
Oh, my goodness.
Brightline reports a total of this amount in long-term debt.
$300 million.
Ooh, 150 mil.
$5.85 billion.
Good Lord.
And long-term debt, and has been in talks with creditors on how to best address the financial situation. That's according to Bloomberg.
Wow.
We want Brightline. Please don't make it go away.
Wow. You cannot raise the rates enough to cover that kind of debt. The interest will eat you alive. God almighty, how are they going to do that?
And that's the question, right?
Holy ass. I didn't know it was like that. That is ridiculous.
People are leaning on Brightline more than ever because of high gas prices, and now with the collapse of Spirit Airlines. But like you said, they can't charge enough to make up $5.85 billion.
And that's why things like light rail or the bus service, they're usually not revenue generators. They're kind of loss leaders for government, but it's the price of serving a community, and it's what taxes go for.
Sure thing, but
this is public transportation, but it's being done by private industry, so they got to deal with this debt.
Wow. So the options include bringing in new investors, landing further financing, or increasing revenue by expanding the customer base into Tampa. But how do you do that without incurring even more debt?
Yeah. Wow.
So Spirit Airlines employees aren't just dealing with the loss of their jobs, but also a sense of family. That's what former employees said yesterday outside the company's headquarters in Dania Beach in Broward County. A flight attendant says everyone showed up because they're all family. And another employee says she's going to miss that feeling so much. Another flight attendant says it's unfortunate things ended the way they did, and they didn't deserve what Spirit did to them by laying them off with just an email. She tells CBS News Miami they haven't been told anything about severance, health insurance, or unemployment assistance. And to that end, Florida Commerce is organizing, quote, rapid response, end quote, events in Orlando and Broward to help Spirit Airlines workers who just lost their jobs. Displaced workers are going to get resume assistance, job search help, and career counseling. The sudden closure of Spirit Airlines left approximately 17,000 employees without work, nearly 5,000 of them just here in the state of Florida.
Good Lord.
All right. A third sloth brought to the Central Florida Zoo from Sloth World has died. The zoo said Dumpling, quote, took a sudden and rapid downturn Monday morning, end quote, and died. Orange Osceola County State Attorney Monique Worrell is calling the deaths of the more than 30 sloths under Sloth World Orlando's care, quote, deeply troubling, end quote. And Florida State Representative Anna Escamani tells Fox 35 she's requested an investigation.
I really want to send a message to all of those irresponsible importers of wildlife that if you're going to do that in Florida, there will be a path of accountability.
But currently, it's not clear which agency is actually investigating whether Sloth World or its owners broke any laws, state or federal. So far, there have been no citations or charges. AG James Uthmeyer says a statewide prosecutor and also an animal law expert is assisting the Ninth Circuit with the ongoing criminal investigation. Bandit died last week and Habanero died over the weekend.
Let me ask you a question. I mean, just both of you guys, do you believe that there's a possibility that the Central Florida Zoo, even though this care that's being provided is being paid for by donors, theoretically, that we heard that it was very expensive to do this. I mean, would they have a case against these guys for the care and money they've had to spend to keep the remaining sloths alive?
I think any litigation would cost the zoo time and money they don't have, when it's just easier to reach out to the community for donations.
Yeah, and in their wording, the owner of Sloth World donated these to the zoo.
Right, yeah.
Oh, man.
So they
way to
took
get
them-
around that.
Oh, this guy is a scourge.
Yeah, and then they, so they're doing their best to rescue them, but unfortunately, we've lost. It
3.
was 13.
Yeah.
3 of the 13.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
3 of the 13 just this week.
But total, it's more than 50.
Yes.
Yeah, well, there were 31 plus the 3 new ones. That's 34. But then you have the unaccounted ones.
The ones that were shipped and died on the shipping.
That died, exactly, when we first heard about that.
More than 50 have died.
Yeah.
So speaking of money, Duke Energy is refunding Florida customers after overcharging them for storm recovery costs.
Let's go.
Customers will see lower electric bills from June through September, which is nice to hear when you're cranking up your AC.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this after regulators approved $90 million in refunds due to those charges. They say Duke Energy collected $1 billion for storm restoration, but the actual costs came in lower. I don't believe it. All right, on this Teacher Appreciation Day, many Florida teachers feel state leaders really don't appreciate them. So they're in Tallahassee today to urge those finalizing the state budget to invest in public schools.
We have a governor and a governmental agency that continues to starve public schools on funding them properly, not only to make sure there's enough money for teacher pay and all employee pay, but for the proper resources in our schools.
Now, Broward Teachers Union President Anna Fusco says that includes simple things like making sure the air conditioning works and that paper towels are provided. Last month, a National Education Association report found that for a third year in a row, Florida's average teacher salary ranks what in the nation?
Oh, God, this is just what I need on a Tuesday. Let's see. I'll go 40th.
I don't think it's that bad, though. I thought they gave them more money.
They did. They bumped it. But I still think when you factor in the remainder of the country, outside of the 13 southern states, I still think they rank poorly. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
I'll play the under, say 39th.
50th.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
There you
Now,
go, Jack.
although, as you said, Jack.
You're right.
and
I was
Jimmy,
wrong, Jack. I was wrong. You got me again.
Although teacher
were
pay
wrong. You were
rose
off by 10.
Rose about 3% from the year before to nearly $57,000. The Florida Education Association says add in inflation and pay has actually fallen.
Yep.
More than 12% over the last decade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you give these guys a bump. It sounds great on paper that when you consider the cost of living in Florida as opposed to Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, any of the states where the other parts of education are just collapsing. Public education is collapsing in the South because they want to privatize it. That's the entire plan the entire time. They want it privatized so they can control the curriculum. That's exactly what's happening. And that's why we suck, Alabama sucks, Mississippi sucks, Georgia sucks. All of the small states in the South suck because they have politicians doing this to our school system. I'm done.
They defunded the public education
Yeah,
system.
absolutely.
Completely collapsed
Thank you, Project 2025. Hey, prices at the pump are a little lower in Florida. Yay.
Well, somebody just said they paid $4.60 a gallon in Claremont today.
Okay, well, AAA says today's statewide average is $4.32 a gallon. That's down 2 cents from Monday. A week ago, though, Florida's average was $4.08, and it was $4.21 a month ago. Diesel is also lower in Florida, averaging $5.39 per gallon after falling 2 cents overnight.
These gas prices sound like roads.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I don't like these highways.
I paid the $5.29 to get on the 408, and then the $4.29.
The Florida Department of Transportation, meanwhile, is announcing some bridge work in Central Florida. FDOT will close eastbound and westbound Champions Gate Boulevard under I-4 overnight this week. Don't worry, though. That's a very little traveled area of I-4. The demolition work will last from May 5th through the 8th. Traffic will be shifted to the new bridge and detour signs will be posted.
Good luck,
Yeah,
people.
Rollins had some major traffic coming in today, right? It was like an hour late today because of some traffic out there.
Oh,
Was he?
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was on the texting service this morning seeing what they were talking about and stuff going into Cinco because they always do fun stuff on Cinco, you know?
Yeah.
And I just read that he was like, he got caught up in some traffic and stuff coming in there. And I don't know if it's because of the road work or whatever.
Well, you mentioned the new congressional map. Well, a civil rights group is already challenging Florida's newly signed congressional map. The Florida House and Senate approved the map last week, and it could net the GOP up to 4 House seats in November. However, the Equal Ground Education Fund and 19 Floridians in a separate lawsuit allege in a 71-page complaint that the governor and state legislature violated the Florida Constitution in enacting the map. The complaint is now asking the court to declare the new map as unconstitutional under state law, because we did pass that amendment years ago.
It is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
The state law provides the Constitution clearly says you don't do this.
And that was a voter mandated amendment to the Constitution that you're not supposed to be wiggling around with congressional districts.
I think that's exactly why DeSantis and I want to say Uthmeier both stood up in front of cameras and said that they thought the initial agreement and that was unconstitutional.
Yeah.
So we knew this was going to court. I think it's more than one. I believe there's like 4 or 5 already fired at this thing.
I've only read of the first two, but I wouldn't be surprised. Here's something else to not be surprised about. With less than a year left in his term, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is confirming another presidential run is a definite maybe. Barry University's Dr. Sean Foreman's not surprised.
Usually people who run for president run more than once before they're successful. It takes a lot of effort and money to go out and raise your profile and to get support across the country.
DeSantis told those at the Millikan Institute's global conference in Los Angeles yesterday, quote, "Who knows?" end quote. And at his age, quote, "There's a lot of runway," end quote. Later this month, DeSantis is set to keynote the New York Republicans annual gala. RaceToTheWhiteHouse.com shows most GOP presidential polls have Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio the front runners. Donald Trump Jr. and DeSantis trail in 3rd and 4th, respectively.
Yeah, they run Vance and go get crushed. Vance is not a serious candidate, and everybody in the GOP knows it. And I will tell you something else. This guy DeSantis has a really interesting situation, man, because he doesn't have any donors. What happened when he ran in 2024, in 2024, is he alienated not only a lot of the GOP base and the MAGA base, but he alienated a lot of donors who don't want their money near him. And he is in the weirdest spot. And I'm very interested to see what happens to him when his governorship ends. Because what he's done to the state of Florida on paper, when you look at it from afar, I mean, outside of education being 50th, looks really good to outside Republicans if you are looking at that as a Republican state as a litmus test. But the guy is unliked in the big MAGA GOP machine. It's very interesting.
I don't know. I think my home insurance prices are just great.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
All right, Rudy Giuliani has emerged from a previously unreported coma. It was reported that Giuliani was hospitalized for pneumonia over the weekend. We talked about this ourselves yesterday during JCS News and had been on a ventilator for a time, but it was unknown that the former New York City mayor had been comatose and had actually received last rites.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ted Goodman, his spokesman, revealed that on X Monday night, saying that Giuliani is talking and alert post-coma. Earlier, Goodman said that Giuliani had been diagnosed with restrictive airway disease following his exposure to toxins at Ground Zero after the 9/11 terror attacks on America.
That's one of the greatest falls of political clout I've seen without a crime committed in my entire life.
Absolutely.
Without a conviction, or like what you would call a major scandal outside of the stuff that half people believe it is a scandal, half the people don't. I've never seen anything like Rudy Giuliani's fall.
He was America's mayor.
That has been
and that was 25 years.
Yeah.
Over the past 25 years.
Yep. All right. Finally, NASA says, don't worry, guys, a potentially hazardous asteroid will fly past the Earth in 2029. The asteroid is called Apophis. Britannica.
Oh, rare one.
I'm with Jack on this. You get too much right.
I like that.
Yeah, you get arrogant about
Rare
it.
one.
You get arrogant, and it's off-putting everybody in the bin.
I always count on Jim to correct it and then do it a different way. So I know at least one of the ways is incorrect. I don't know which.
Well, I don't even know what the word is, so I would never.
But once you gave me a second offering, I knew one was wrong.
One was wrong. Well, Britannica says the name comes from the ancient Egyptian god of chaos. Really? Because we need more? NASA's website says it will, quote, safely pass, end quote, about 20,000 miles from Earth on April 13th, 2029. Someone quickly check and make sure that's not a Friday.
Yeah.
The space agency noted that the distance is, quote, pay attention to this, closer than the distance of many satellites in orbit, end quote.
Are you kidding?
No, that's what NASA says.
And the funny thing is, I've only heard it called the Chaos Asteroid. I've not heard it called its actual name.
Apophis?
Yeah, Apophis or whatever the hell it is.
Was first discovered in 2004 by astronomers at Kitt Peak National Observatory in Tucson, Arizona. Again, it's only potentially hazardous, and it's going to safely pass.
My favorite part is went unnoticed until 22 years ago. Completely unnoticed. No biggie.
Made it by a day. April 13th, 2029 will be on a Saturday.
Yay! Awesome. And that concludes your JCS News.
Ouch!
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec.
Robots don't overshare. We do. Perhaps a little too often. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
The heat is ramping back up here at home. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. High pressure is building, and that'll keep our weather pattern mainly quiet. We may see a stray shower or two this evening with the help of that sea breeze, but overall we'll stay dry and somewhat muggy through the overnight. We'll fall back into the middle to upper 60s around the metro, a touch cooler to our north and west. We'll see a few clouds from time to time. Our hump day, though, warming up. Man, becoming hot, really lower to middle 90s for our afternoon readings under a mixture of clouds and sunshine. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It is May. Mother's Day is right around the corner. Actually, this weekend coming up. You want to make sure that you spend as many of those with your mom as possible and as many as she can be around for as possible. And of course, when you factor that into all the holidays, all the special occasions, graduations, birthdays, that mentality should seep all the way through. And that's where Life Imaging and their free heart scan comes into play, because if you could take a test that's real easy, no clothes taking off, no injections, none of that, and it told you your heart health, where you could make plans or just kind of move on with your life, that would be a great thing. Well, that's exactly what the scan at Life Imaging FLA does. So don't wait, man. Do what I did, what my wife did, what our in-laws did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And please, while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because no question, early detection saves lives. Just simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. Guys, they'll connect you in seconds. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long. So you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station.
You guys rock.
Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
Do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise promised big, and it delivered. Now the bar's set. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, it's time to get on board. Set sail aboard the Celebrity Summit in March 2027, where laid-back luxury meets country fun. We're talking toes in the sands of Bimini, fun in the sun in Key West and Cozumel, live band karaoke, trivia, bingo, and performances from Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, Randy Hauser, and more. Lock in your cabin now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for Rudy Giuliani. I don't ever wish death upon anyone. But really, the amount of people who have attached themselves to the current president, who have wound up indicted, imprisoned, disbarred, discredited, run out of town, tarred and feathered, bankrupt, is not enough to prevent more persons from trying to attach themselves to that level of graft and corruption and try to get some of that money.
Money.
I don't mean to ruin the party, but
Well,
so you guys know, April 13th, 2029 is a Friday in Russia. So, everybody hold on.
I don't get it. Why would I have to hold on if it hits Russia?
Well, no, just saying that
It could have a global effect.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So we're not out of the woods.
Yeah, because the asteroid that hit that supposedly took out the dinosaurs that created that ice age was, I mean, you can see the impact in Mexico, right? I mean, it's big, but I mean, it's definitely not global, but it obviously global effect because of the jet stream.
It's going to safely pass.
Yeah.
So
sure.
what if it's going to be closer than satellites? It's going to be okay.
Will we feel a breeze as it goes by? Like when you're standing next to the road and a tractor trailer passes by? Will it feel like that?
I'm hoping not.
What if it creates a suction and vacuums a couple 100,000 people off the planet? and then we live in that tale forever.
Yeah.
Coin, by the way, is your 3 o'clock keyword. We got about 7 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000.
You'd love to live in tail for the rest of your life. What are you talking about?
Coin is the word, guys. Go get the money. I'm Jim. There is Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
Sure is. I mean, sure am.
Last night, I am... man, we're crushing a lot of TV lately. Usually, we do not watch a lot of television at the house, just pick and choose shows as they come out. My wife is fully into the Margot's Got Money Problems. And if you haven't seen that, Michelle Pfeiffer, Nick Offerman, Dakota Fanning, and other players. Greg Kinnear is turning in a wonderful performance. It is a really interesting show. It is a straight-up chick show. There's no question. It's kind of that's what I told my wife. I said, I expected this to be a little more kind of different, and it turns out to be like, it's really focused. To me, it's like a girl-focused kind of show. It deals with a lot of like...
Because there's a female lead?
No, not because there's... I think what episode are you on?
Only the first 2.
Yeah, so I think as you move forward...
Nick Offerman just showed up.
You'll understand what I'm saying when it goes through a lot of issues that single moms and women have dealt with in their lives raising children. So that's why I say that, because it shows the adversity that women have to go through when they are dealing with things themselves.
Sure.
And it's very interesting, right? So I chose another one last night. And,
because I don't want to know about that.
Yeah, I don't want to know anything about that. Lifted that a couple times.
Mucus plug.
But they also, that only comes out on Wednesday, so tomorrow night is the next episode of that, so I have to wait. And I love-hate relationship with that divvied out entertainment.
Have you tried Friends and Neighbors?
No, not yet, no.
I just released its 2nd season with John Hamm.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first season.
It's like a black comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a dark comedy kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well,
and there's black people in it.
Yeah. Well, I watched something that was kind of a dark comedy last night, too, but I don't think it was framed that way. I watched that Hulk Hogan thing last night.
Oh, the documentary?
Yeah, that documentary of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was quite a stretch trying to make him look at all magnanimous.
Well, here's the thing. It's wild because if you working with the Monsters, everybody knows Russ's absolute love for wrestling. I mean, he's a big part of their show now. I mean, it's always been a big part of his life since the day I met him in the mid-'80s. Rollins' thing has been wrestling. He loves it. And you guys don't know the half of it. What he shares on the air is half of what he shares off the air. He is like in it. It's his thing. It's always been his thing. And we were lucky enough actually to work with Hogan one time before. We did a couple matches, what they call dark matches, which is before the television broadcast goes on to kind of entertain the crowd, kind of a warm-up act kind of thing. And Hogan was nice enough to help promote that for us. And I actually met him in the bathroom going to the restroom next to him. And that's when I realized, on top of things, it's not like we didn't know wrestling was fake, but Hogan really wasn't that big.
Really?
He's a big guy. There's no question. He's a big human being. But they have him at like 6'9", 305 pounds or something. He's not even close to that.
In Rocky III, when
Stallone's 5'5",
when he's standing right in front of Hulk, he's like, he dwarfs him.
Yeah, well, Hogan, like I said, I think Stallone's 5'5", 5'6". Hogan's like 6'5", but he's not 6'9". That's a big difference. Okay. And when you're standing next to him, he is a giant dude. He's wide, the whole 9 yards, and we got him just as he was doing the big comeback. So he still had his Hulkamania stuff on and stuff like that, but he was unbelievably polite.
Well, you're white.
He was unbelievably polite, and
call it for what it is.
And I simply thanked him for his help, and he said, "No problem, brother. Anytime willing to help somebody, willing to help us," and did the whole thing, right? So, and then I watched the show last night, and I got to tell you, he is a very polarizing character. Not a quarter of what his wife is, or his ex-wife. Let me tell you something. If you want to watch a show and see man, this woman that he was married to, this Linda Hogan woman, man, I never knew anything about her. I just knew that's Linda Hogan, and of course she had the 2 kids, and I didn't really watch their stupid family show. Hogan Knows Best. or
think
something
so.
like that,
I think
right?
it was Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, it was definitely Hogan's Knows Best, right?
I know nothing.
So I didn't really watch that show, so I never really got a vibe on what Linda Hogan was. And what she is a straight up trash compactor of a human being. She is like, you should listen to this. I mean, it is, man, she talks like I don't know, dude. She is kind of trashy, man. I don't know.
Is the word rough?
Yeah, she's kind of
Is she rough?
Yeah, you get the, I don't know, man. You get the feeling like she probably supported a lot of this stuff that he did simply because of her mentality. The vibe that she put out there was gross, man. But what an incredible run! Like, it told his story all the way coming up, and through the small promotions, and then working his way up into that big moment where he slammed Andre the Giant, kind of took over the helm of WWE and stuff. But yeah, really kind of an interesting story on how you become famous in a promotion like that, but not so much for the savory of his character. He just,
Yeah.
Just interesting.
Felt like you needed a shower after?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I here's the thing. I at some point you feel a little bad for him, and I'll tell you why. I know this seems kind of weird because he's got a lot of stuff out there that really isn't sympathetic by any means, but he doesn't strike you as a super smart person. And I think, and he doesn't really strike you as a guy who's really driven. And I know that sounds silly because he is, but he was driven to be the best at that. But really, he got carried around by a lot of people in the business because he didn't really, his whole thing was, I just want to be famous and the biggest in the thing. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Like, it didn't seem like he had a lot of control over his own career other than being big, getting worked up, and then learning how to wrestle a little bit. It just seemed like he was guided through it and said yes to the right people a lot to get him there.
You watched this last night?
Yep.
And it was on Netflix?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't see the Kevin Hart live comedy show?
No.
Interesting.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. I turned it on, and I like just after 9 o'clock, and that's the thing that kind of came up first on my screen.
Yeah.
But it was funny AF with Kevin Hart. But it's kind of like it's a comedy competition.
Okay.
But what's neat is they do it in sets of 3. So you'll have 3 comedians each do like a 5-minute set.
Yeah.
Then you vote, and it's on your TV.
Okay.
Through Netflix. So on your remote, all you have to do is select the comedian you want to win.
Like an American Idol thing?
Yeah, but it's live. It's
that's
real time.
That's
So
crazy.
It was him and Chris Rock sitting there, and then, you vote, and then 2 minutes later, they announce the winner.
Yeah. Did you watch the whole thing? Was it funny?
I did, yeah. There were definitely funny comedians on it, but it continues tonight. I think the finals are tonight.
Oh, wow. I have to check that out.
They do it live. It's
Hot
some
take.
of Netflix's live programming.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't see that at all, actually. Hot take, I don't think Kevin Hart's funny.
You know what?
And never have, actually. I don't think he's funny at all.
I think you are a little exposed in something like this. That'll be on tonight. And last night, it was live. So the banter, like, remember judging the comedian competition that the Monsters did?
Yeah.
It's like that banter is live, and it was him and Chris Rock. Kevin Hart would try and say something constructive, and it was usually just really kind of describing what they were doing, and then Chris Rock would try and come in with a joke, and then it would be, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And
Off we go. Yeah, man.
It was definitely awkward.
We met him a couple of times. Really nice guy, hardest working guy. I think one of the hardest working dudes I ever met. Just his type of comedy never really hit me. So, all right, 407-916-1041. Got what you do that's still on the other side, and a fresh keyword right now.
Celebrate the arrival of summer at the 5th Annual Sanford Riverwalk Rhythm and Brews Barbecue Fest, Saturday, May 9th. Details at realradio.fm/events.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traveling on I-4 eastbound, just before State Route 46, there is an obstruction on the roadway, camera angle. Not quite sure what it is. Right now, though, the right lane is blocked. Disabled vehicle blocking the shoulder, Greenway southbound at Landstar Boulevard. Also, accident blocking the right lane, Narcoossee Road southbound at Boggy Creek Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by OUC.
OUC is proud to be known as the reliable one. Based on the most recent PSC data from Florida's investor-owned utilities, OUC ranked #1 in the state for reliability. Your power, our priority. Learn more at ouc.com/reliability.
Hey, we got a really cool contest going for you where you get to join the band Sublime for the ultimate VIP cruise to the Bahamas. You only have until Sunday to enter for this. Now, the cruise itself is happening in November. It's Sublime's Reef Madness, and you get to hang with the band along with Yellow Wolf and co-defendants, plus food, drinks, and fun on the high seas. They set sail in November, but you can win your trip now. If you listen to Real Radio on the iHeartRadio app, and you have to be on the iHeartRadio app, you hit that contest tab for more details, and you can enter right there in the iHeartRadio app. Hit the contest tab when you're listening to Real Radio. Hurry, because your last day to enter is this Sunday, May 10th.
Here's your spring upgrade. Sun's out. Drink in one hand and a free Samsung Galaxy phone in the other. All on unlimited 5G. Switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited or Max 5G plan, single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in ID verification or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
New SUVs are flying off the lot at RC Hill Mitsubishi. RC, what is going on there?
People are going crazy for my SUV sales event. New Outlander SUVs under 20 grand. Way below MSRP. I'm talking thousands off.
I just got a new Outlander, and it's awesome.
My Mitsubishi Outlanders are thousands less than the competition. You get all the tech, third row seating, and a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. Outlander SUVs receive the highest IIHS safety rating. And right now, get 0% financing. 0 for 72 months. Plus, I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade, regardless of miles or condition.
They got me out of my trade. Thanks, RC.
And we have over 200 certified used cars and trucks. Under 20 grand, under $300 a month. At RC Hill Mitsubishi. Just 2 miles off I-4 into land. RCHill.com. That's RCHill.com.
Offers plus tax tag and title to qualified buyers.
Thinking about selling your home, but you have no idea what it's really worth in today's market? And even worse, you're worried that guessing what it's worth could cost you thousands of dollars? The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty makes it easy to find out the value of your home, and it's free. Simply go to thenickley.com, click on the home value button, enter your address, and you'll get your answer. Fast, free, and no pressure. Just go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Just call Mo.com.
Are your carpets looking dingy? How about your tile? Does it look all dull? If it does, call OrlandoZeroRes.com. You mentioned me, Russ Rollins, and they're going to clean 3 rooms of carpet for just $147. That's OrlandoZeroRes.com.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Hotfoot at goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, media, MEDIA. media. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Colbert Key. You know, your favorite tea bag in the village of Dufault. And today we raise a beer to an incredibly idiotic holiday. Hug a shed and take a selfie day. Why is this a thing? I don't know. Does it need to be a thing? No. Have a good show, y'all.
Thank you.
Peace.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So yeah, I've been watching that Friends and Neighbors show, but not because of John Hamm. It's because of Olivia Munn. Brrr, dang, she's mostly all the time playing a nude scene in that thing. Thanks, bye.
Isn't that John?
Yes. Come on, you know it. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
He was on Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
Had a drug problem. He's out.
Yeah.
Hosted a live show on Netflix.
No, all of that. I can't remember his last name right now for some reason. Drawing a blank.
Mulaney.
Yeah, John Mulaney's wife.
And everything I said there was stalling so I could remember
Thank
his
you.
last
Appreciate
name.
that. Yeah. Media. MEDIA. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Media. That is the word, guys. Go get that money. We hope you win for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
Let's do what you do that's new.
What you do that's new. What you do that's new. Hey, if we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Clausman. We will talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Court. What you do that's new every Tuesday at 4 o'clock since the inception of the show. One member of the show will pick something for the others to watch, read, or listen to. We will do that and then reconvene on that following Tuesday to discuss it and move on to the next guesser. And this week, actually, it is a listener's choice, and then I'll have something for you guys here in a second. Jackson?
Yeah, Kurt in our YouTube chat suggested crossing China with no map. It's from the Tip to Tip series. Ludwig is the influencer, and it's their channel, and it's a series. Like, we watched the first episode, which was 40 minutes long, but there's several as they are doing this trek on motorcycles.
Yeah.
From the southern end of China to Mongolia at the northern end up there. And they have some rules on what they can and cannot do.
Right, yeah.
And so they're recording themselves the whole time. 2 guys on motorcycles. They're not allowed to use cell phones for maps.
Yeah, no mapping.
Or translators.
Right.
Which I think is a bold move.
Yes.
And also they can't go on highways. But there's also, and some of that is self-inflicted restrictions, and some of it is Chinese law about where motorcycles can and cannot go.
Yeah, which is wild because they have color-coded roads over there, and you can go on like a yellow, green, blue, or whatever. Is that what you guys saw as well? And you can go on some of the roads that are color-coded, and some of them you can't go on with the motorcycles or whatever?
Yeah.
I hated this. I actually told Deborah after I pulled my headphones off, this was the worst thing that's ever been suggested for what you do that's new. It could not have been more boring. It could not have been like, listen, here's the thing. It's 2 guys talking to each other on their motorcycle helmet microphones, which are overmodulated, and then they struggle to talk to Chinese people as they work their way around areas. The one thing I took away from it is I did not expect China to look a lot like America.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the shopping centers and roads and all of the infrastructure looked a lot like America.
Yeah.
Like a lot like it. Did you guys get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typically we don't get to see the kind of, a lot of China in the entertainment we watch, or
right,
at least
yeah.
I watch. So, and I think Deb also kind of alluded to the fact that she wasn't the biggest fan of this, or I'll let you speak because I might have a different opinion here.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it was just an odd way to spend 41 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
And-
the way you said it, she
Yeah, yeah.
hated it too.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I actually considered about halfway through, I was like, if I took my shoe off and hammered my little toe, I would actually feel something while I'm watching this. I would have an emotion, but...
There's a couple of times I laughed.
I will tell you this. This is what I chalk it up to. I don't know how old the person was who suggested this. I don't know if there's any way to figure that out.
I can ask.
But there's a different kind of entertainment now that I do not get. And it's a generational thing, right? And I know this because, I watch some of the stuff my son watches, and my wife and I have this very discussion. Like, we do not understand what he finds entertaining about some of the stuff that he watches. Hell, I could say that with Ross.
Right.
I do not understand how you spend hour after hour watching or consuming some of the stuff that they consume, and I'm sure he says the same thing about the stuff that we like to watch and listen to. This is one of those things that just separated generationally for me. I did not find it entertaining even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I could not wait until it was over. And again, this is no strike on the guy who suggested it, because I'm sure for him, it was great, but it was not my thing. This did not hit me at all. Not even one iota of this did I enjoy.
So I understand the generational thing. By the way, Kurt is 38.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I see that sometimes with what my daughter chooses to watch.
We've talked about this.
All the time. It's it's always something on YouTube running.
Dude, we were just talking about this the other day because I went to YouTube and I told Jack, I said, I want to go see what kids are watching. And have you ever heard this thing? Is it Great Mystical Morning?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Mythical.
Great Mythical Morning.
Yeah.
And it's these two guys, and they sit, and to be honest with you, I don't know how they come up with what they're talking about, whatever. The show is 17 minutes long. It had 100 trillion times 55 quadrillion views. And that channel has every person on the planet and 4 other planets subscribing. So they're obviously successful. And I could not figure out how anybody sat through even a minute and a half of it. It was the most insipid, brainless squash you could ever watch.
So,
and 100 trillion views.
So I think, Kurt, you're starting to see, this is like old man yelling at clouds or kids on his lawn. I didn't hate it. It wasn't riveting, but I had it on one screen and I continued to do my work on the other, and I watched it. So I made the time productive.
You watched it like a sleeping dolphin.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, I watched it. I was interested in what they were doing. I saw that what's interesting also is the restrictions they put on themselves of not being able to use their cell phone for a translator and stuff. That drove me nuts.
It took away from it. Why not? I mean, I want to hear look, like you said earlier, we don't know anything about living inside China.
Yeah.
I think we have a preconceived notion of what we're told by the government what China's like. But look, when you see this video, it's nothing like that. So I mean, all the stores are nice, the streets are clean, everybody's driving nice cars. I mean, it's nothing like that.
Oh, the number one EV vehicle in the world is a Chinese vehicle.
Right, and you buy 5 of them for the cost of one of ours.
So but back to this, the interactions with the people of China, they speak a little Mandarin, which credit to them, for learning that. And that's basically what they're doing, is being able to use a language that they learned, but they don't know it well. So the conversations, they even leave some conversations not knowing what just transpired. And that's kind of frustrating for us as viewers. I would rather have a translator. I'd like to hear the exchange with the people of China.
Yeah, because
to learn more about what they're experiencing.
Because they were really nice.
Yeah.
Every single Chinese person that they came in contact with that asked for help was unbelievably helpful. Outreaching and trying to get them where they were going, trying to find them their Hotel, trying to talk to them about food, offering them cigarettes, all that stuff. Deb and I talked about how they smoke cigarettes. Like they've never done it, right? That's the first time I've ever smoked a cigarette?
Well, they keep thinking they know how to smoke and that they look cool, but someone need to smack them upside the back of the head just for smoking in the first place.
Right. Kurt chimes in. Kurt said, I liked it because I felt like I learned a lot about the cultural exchange. I thought that was neat seeing them, interact with Americans, because all we get is, most of what we hear about China is what's in the news, and it's politically based.
Right. It's all politically based and angled. I think they could have edited out half of the conversation these guys had, and it would have been watchable at that point, or at least some watchable. They just had too much of these guys talking on those motorcycle microphones that were overmodulating like crazy. It sounded like a really bad AM radio station.
So as Jim just was savage and ripped apart what Kurt reviewed, texters are now critiquing Jim. One in your favor, irritated Jim is my favorite Jim. Someone else said the 26 to 35-year-old, his kids grew up with Rhett and Link, and that is Good Mythical Morning that you reference. They're from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else says their two shows are the best things on the internet, and other people, someone else couldn't agree more with you. So it's kind of split on that. I enjoyed it. I do not plan to watch any more episodes of it. Kurt, thank you for your submission.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it.
They all can't be winners, but if you want to check it out for yourself to see what Jim hated,
JimCorbertLive.com. You can see it right there at the What'd You Do That's New Master List.
And guess what? He's got Deb in his sidecar of hate for this one.
Yeah. She's so mad she's not even talking about it.
I know. She's completely silent.
Well, we both had a big. We had a big.
Really tough on the radio.
We had a big bitching contest this afternoon about how we had to watch it, and I started watching it. And
I did not complain.
No,
I just looked over at you and you said, "Is this what it's going to be like for the next 40 minutes?" And I just smiled wryly.
Well, and you put your finger down your throat like you wanted to throw up. It was terrible. But either way, there we go. It's 1 week, and that's fine. All right, here's
30-year-old quickly chimes in. I don't understand Good Mythical Morning.
I do not get it, dude. I don't understand it. Hey, look, and here's the thing. I don't hate on it, all right? It may sound like I'm hating on it. I'm not. I just don't get it.
You're just hating on Kurt.
I wish them the greatest success at all the Good Mythical Morning things they're doing.
Oh,
trust me. I am super happy for them for being successful. Not my thing. Do not understand how it's popular.
Back to Kurt in our YouTube chat. Thank you very much for the suggestion.
Yeah, thanks, Kurt. Appreciate that very much. All right, here's what I have for you guys. Ready?
Yeah.
It's an album.
Yeah.
It's not hip-hop.
Wow.
You're going to love it.
You're listening, Kurt?
Okay, so I like to kind of take you guys through a little bit of a trek on how I became fans of certain things. And when I moved here from Putnam County, Palaca, Florida, all I really listened to up there was hair metal. I'd listen to country music because that's what my
How ironic for you.
My stepdad was a big country fan. Everybody up there is a country fan. All the guys I played baseball with, they were all country music fans or Southern rock fans. So I moved here and got inundated with a couple of different kind of musics. Now I actually knew about hip hop when I lived in Putnam County because of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I was a big fan of that, and actually was introduced to Depeche Mode still when I was up there because of People Are People had hit radio, and it's kind of, I love the song, and then just kind of got more involved with it down here. But I did not and had not experienced indie rock until I moved into Orlando. I didn't hear or see any of that stuff. And I remember going to a specific restaurant. You know Chi-Chi's?
Yes.
The Mexican place that used to be down by Herndon Airport?
Yes.
Well, my first wife and I, God rest her soul, used to go there with a couple on Friday nights, and we would go down there, and because they had a special, we could get margaritas and a little something to drink, eat, and then off we go. And on that jukebox, they had a song, and somebody played it, and I couldn't get it out of my mind. So much so that I went over to the jukebox, and I played it 3 or 4 times in a row, much to the chagrin of the rest of the restaurant. And it still to this day remains one of my favorite songs of all time by one of the coolest bands that I don't think get enough credit for what they sing for their portfolio of records. I want you guys to listen to The Cult. And the album is, make sure I get this right, Love. And that's the album that has the song She Sells Sanctuary and a song called Rain. Both of them are beautiful songs, but the entire record is incredibly good. And I'm really doing you guys a favor by listening to it, because if you haven't reinvented or rediscovered the band The Cult, they had a run there about 3 albums that were absolutely stunners, 3 in a row. And this is the one that started it. So that is my request for you guys.
One of the concerts I'm still mad I did not go to is when Cult opened up for Guns N' Roses at Camping World Stadium.
Well, let me tell you what, you're glad you missed it. And I'll tell you why. Because that stage consumed that band. They weren't even close to big enough to kind of control a stage like that, because when Guns came on, the stage seemed too small. But for the Cult, it seemed like they were standing in an open field.
If anyone out there is a fan of the Cult and likes a handful of their hits, you can hear them every weekend right here on Real Radio 104.1.
All right, back in a sec.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klossman, KLAESNANLAW.com.
Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman, KlossmanLaw.com.
Real voices, real laughs, real radio. 104.1. Guaranteed Human.
Accident blocking the right lane, Narcoosee Road, southbound at Boggy Creek Road. Also, another crash blocking the right lane, Greenway southbound before the Boggy Creek Toll Plaza. I-4 eastbound before State Route 46. There's an obstruction on the roadway that's blocking the right lane. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Guys, here in Central Florida, you know how important it is for your AC to work every single time you ask it to, and that's why you need a good HVAC company ready to go when you have issues. For me, it's Mills Air, and I know everybody else here on the station has really had that great experience with Mills Air as well. They've been doing this since 92. That's 30 plus years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you and your family nice and comfortable. What I really suggest right now, so does Leon Mills, the owner of the company, is make an appointment to get a preventive maintenance plan, and basically that is a tune-up for your AC system, and it's really cool because that way you know before the season hits what could be happening with your AC. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. Mills Air can repair it. But if you do need a new one, you're in great shape because these guys are Carrier factory authorized dealers. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online it's easy. MillsAir.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Jack. Selling your home can be overwhelming. That's why who you work with matters. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can help you sell your home hassle-free without the stress of putting your home on the market. Trust them to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Right now, Renewal by Andersen is giving Orlando homeowners the power to choose. For a limited time, pick the offer that works best for you. Take 20% off your entire window and door replacement project or enjoy 24 months of special financing. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. You know that living here in Central Florida means dealing with extreme heat, extreme humidity, and rising energy costs. And if your windows and doors aren't performing like they should, your home could be working against you and your wallet. Renewal by Andersen's energy-efficient replacement windows and doors are designed for Florida homes, helping keep your home cooler, cut drafts, and ease the strain on your AC system. All you need to do is schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinanced. Expires 6/5/26.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Out here, we hear your speed before we see you. Wind that rocks us.
Cars drifting toward us.
This isn't just a road, it's our workplace. Slow down.
Keep your distance.
Stay focused. Your choices matter.
Let's get everyone home safely.
Learn more about the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative at WorkZoneSafetyFL.com.
If you're paying too much for an unused timeshare,
Do what 40,000 others have done over the past 10 years. Get out of your timeshare now, quickly, professionally, and with guaranteed results, and a free consultation at LoneStarTransfer.com.
If your Mother's Day playbook involves grocery store roses wrapped in cellophane, we need to have the talk. This year, flowers are out. Academy is in. Because at Academy Sports and Outdoors, we believe Mom deserves gifts that won't wilt in 3 days. Like new rods and reels that'll make the local fish nervous, new paddles for her budding pickleball career, and the latest Nike styles to make the other moms jealous. Give fun, not flowers. Academy. Fun can't lose.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes and get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I'd put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
What's up, crew? Happy Cinco de Mayo.
What up, homie?
So, speaking of spirit, I have my rent. I rent over here in the beachside, and my lease is coming up for renewal here in a couple months, and my landlord is a Spirit pilot.
Oh, no.
Just got let off, so really kind of hoping that doesn't increase my rent too much, but I guess we just have to wait and find out. Hopefully she'll give me warning, unlike she got. I guess.
As Jimmy has said many times before, Deborah just made 58 truck drivers drive their rigs off of I-4 after saying, if you want to see the train, check out my back. And then she paused. And yes, multiple big rig car pilots on I-4.
A lot of rest stop time after that.
Why aren't they blaming the cruise ship for the hantavirus? Like, literally, it's a cruise ship. Ports have rats. They have a dirty cruise ship. That's how that happened. Like, why are they blaming two countries on variants that are super rare that can occur? But instead of blaming the cruise ship, they're blaming everything else.
I mean, he's got a point, because when there's a noro breakout, nobody goes, well, the person who is bringing on the crab salad should have known better. No, it's the cruise ship. That's what they're saying.
Well, it's obviously how it spread, but if it is truly one of the variants that's unique to one of those countries, then we kind of know the origin. It came from that and then spread on the ship.
Here's the other issue, too. The hantavirus, there is no treatment and there is no cure. The only hope is that you get medical attention
early,
soon enough that they can save your life. Yeah. But unlike norovirus, which is a stomach bug, I mean, it's not to be taken lightly, and no one wants to get sick on a cruise ship. But this is a completely different kind of pathogen.
Right.
And any country is going to want to make sure that these folks are kept in isolation if this is one of two variants in the world that can be passed from person to person.
I wonder how fast it takes for symptoms to appear, because it seems like they could tender some of the other people off of the boat who are clear. I mean, it seems like they could set up a testing area and start testing people and getting them off that ship. I mean, everybody should. I mean, that's a small ship. There's not many people on it, but it does seem like they should be able to tender people off of that thing if need be.
Well, South Africa is already doing contract tracing of the virus to make sure that, no one else has come into contact with it, because you had one British man who is hospitalized in critical condition in ICU. He's the only one confirmed to have the hantavirus. A 69-year-old woman collapsed at Johannesburg's airport trying to get home to the Netherlands. Her 70-year-old husband died on the ship.
Right, and there's 17 Americans on this ship?
17 Americans, and there's like 170 people overall.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is media, MEDIA. Just go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Guys, remember, if you're playing the game, you got to turn your phone up and keep it near you and make sure it's on. And any number that comes through, even if it says unidentified caller or no caller ID,
call restricted,
any of that stuff, you have to pick that up if you're playing the game, because that's how they tell you you've won, is by calling you. So just remember that as you're playing the game.
Yeah, so if you just put in the 4 o'clock keyword of media, around 5 o'clock is when they're going to be calling the winner.
Right, yeah, because they're setting the next keyword up already. So I'm Jim, Deb, and Jack are here as well. Let me ask you guys a question. We can make this the question of the day, Jack.
Let's do it.
Do you think having a high school diploma matters right now?
High school.
Do you think having a high school diploma matters in 2026? Do you believe that when you show somebody a diploma, if you don't decide to go to college, do you believe that really hinders your ability to get a job or to excel in today's business world? Depending on, just basically seeing how quickly AI can change the job market, do you think you need specialized education in any one thing to be a success in this country anymore?
Well, I mean, specialized is different than a high school diploma. I think a high school diploma, yes, because that's just going to give you your basics, and that's not really necessarily preparing you for the work world. It's making sure that you can handle just the world. Can you make change without a calculator?
Well, I mean, outside of just, I've always said before, I think you have to be able to write well. You have to know the language well. I've told my kids that the number one thing is learn how to communicate properly. You learn how to conjugate your verbs, learn when and where to use certain words, learn how to write a proper paragraph, learn how to write, learn how to, to look like you know what you're doing, because that's the number one thing. Communication is the number one trait that I believe that really can help you excel in a business scenario. And they did a good job at that. But with AI, I don't know. I bring this up because in Pickens County, Georgia, there's a woman, and this is kind of a novelty story that kind of had me jump off into that other topic. She's 103 years old. She's a World War II vet, and she just received her high school diploma. She dropped out of school to become a real-life Rosie the Riveter during the war. She dropped out to help the war effort and never went back to school. And at 103, she got her diploma. Now, I don't really know what her story is outside of that. I think she went on to do work in Georgia for years, but it just was kind of odd that at 103, she got her diploma. And I started thinking, like, man, do you even need a diploma? Like, do you need one? Like if somebody came here and they were a great talk show host and they came from another area and all the numbers were great and and you go, sure, we'd love to have you. I mean, look at your numbers, look at the ratings you've gotten, and the person does not have a high school diploma. It wouldn't keep us from hiring that person.
Not for this job, but it's really dependent on the job. Some applications I think you might take it for granted on when you fill out where it's like highest level of education. Car insurance is one where you don't even think about it.
Right.
But that is, your price you pay for insurance is related to your level of education.
And your credit score, right?
Yeah, but at 103 years old, she's not worried about her, employment status. That was a personal goal of hers.
Sure, yeah.
That, you hear those stories every year at graduation time. You'll hear about this parent who, decided that they just had children to take care of. They didn't have time to do school, so they left school. But at some point later in life, that was the one goal they wanted to be able to say that they achieved. And before they died, they were able to get that diploma.
And that was generational, right? Because in the 50s, it was your high school diploma. 60s may be the case, but when it got into the 80s, that's when the big push to get a degree in college, that's when that really started happening. And that lasted for 40 years until the present day, when you realize now with AI, you really don't need a degree. And one of the other reasons that I brought this up today is, like, wasn't it Elon Musk himself that said that a lot of the big tech companies and tech leaders really don't look for you to have a past education? They look for how you think. If you know how to solve problems, if you know how to ask the right questions, if you're driven, if you can show up on time, those things mean more than any education you walk into the building with. And those are the biggest tech companies in the world. I mean, Tesla is one of the most powerful companies on planet Earth.
Good luck finding, from a lot of what people say, not a lot of gumption out there.
What do you mean by that? You mean just will to work?
Not will to work, but if you don't have to handhold them and direct them at every stage, not a lot of self-starters.
Yeah.
That's a big part of being a big, business success, is not necessarily being told what needs to be done.
Right,
if you see what needs to be done, you take care of it and you get it done.
Big one there. And
it's
you
a
can't
huge
teach
one.
that.
No, you cannot. And I've heard of a lot of, older folks being like, okay, take the bull by the horns, just run with it. This is your project. Do it.
And, and again, I know plenty of people who have done quite well for themselves with no college education. I don't know that I've met many that don't have a high school education that have really excelled. I'm sure they're out there. We just don't really talk about, hey, you have your high school diploma? That doesn't really come up in general conversation.
Well, Peter Jennings, the former NBC News anchor, he was a high school dropout.
Was he really? I mean, we know a lot of people in the entertainment business are, because, that's the nature of it, getting in it early. But I think those are outliers, because there's so few of those people. And you could mention 40 of them, and that's still a drop in the bucket to the entire entertainment industry. But I'm talking about people who are, when you think about companies that are the upper level, upper thinking companies, and I wonder if really just knowing how to manipulate AI is way more important than knowing how to create a sentence properly.
Texters say 70% of jobs require having a high school diploma. There's also, you can get your GED, your equivalency diploma.
And talk about being replaceable by AI. If you can't put a sentence together.
There you go. So, and even Evil Eye texted in, as long as you can read, you're going to get, that's the skill you need.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I think I think reading and writing are more important than anything you learn in high school. I think, again, learning the language and how to manipulate it, how to use it properly, how to do that. That's the most important thing. Somebody also just texted in and said, a high school dropout started 25 years old, started a landscape company, doing quite well. Know a bunch of people that are way dumber than I am. And I know sometimes that also is circumstance. Much like this person here, this lady Rosie had to drop out to help the war effort. I know plenty of people in my hometown who had to drop out of school to help their families because dad hauled ass or died or something like that. And I know that happens quite often as well. And, and if you're doing, labor work, we know it doesn't matter. But I would think in some sense, because of AI, a lot of times that high school diplomas just don't really come into play. And I knew people in high school that were brilliant, but they never applied themselves, and they were C students. But when you talk to them, you're like, what is wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with you? We talk and you say stuff that I can't even understand, but yet you always make D's and C's. They're bored. ADHD, bored people. And I think there's a lot of that out there.
Oh, without a doubt.
All right, 407. Go ahead.
And some people just learn differently. Some people, you can give written instructions on how to do something, they can follow it. Other people look at that and just can't convert those words into action.
Yeah.
And smart people, just that one thing, they just learn differently. They're visual learners, and they have a hard time getting in that visualization from text.
And sometimes super intelligence means you can be totally lacking in common sense.
Yeah.
You can solve the worst math problems in the world, but you'll leave your front door open.
Right. Well, so I have a little bit of that whole thing where I wait to the last minute because I like the challenge of doing it.
You work better under pressure.
Yeah, that's one of the deficiencies that I have is, and I will just wait to the very last minute and do something because I like the pressure of doing it when you have to do it. Like, if I have 4 days to do something, guaranteed, day 4 is the day I'll read the instructions. I'll be like, oh, let's see how this thing works. And then I'll just drive myself crazy putting it together because I don't want to do it 4 days before that.
Right, exactly.
I want to do something else then. I know that I have that done and I can do it then, and that's what I do. And that's a terrible personality trait. And I don't know how to fix it. No clue how to fix it. But that has been my life. I've dealt with it for years. I've been lucky to have been able to achieve the things that I set out to do at that point. But there are times, too, where it kind of comes crashing down. And, man, when it crashes down and you can't find an answer, that is a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
But even if I did it 15 times in a row, it would never make me do it earlier. It would never make me do it. You don't have any of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Oh, totally.
Where you wait to the last minute to
Yeah.
do something? Jack, you have that?
Last minute procrastination?
Yeah.
Only if it's exercise.
I think that's probably more common than most people even realize.
Is that an ADHD thing?
I was just gonna say, I think that's more of an ADHD thing.
I've read on that a little bit, and I'm virtually certain I have some of that stuff. I mean, I don't know how much credit to give it, but there is zero question when you read a little stuff about ADHD. I'm looking at that checklist, going, And I hate that aspect of my personality, but it's just the way I've always done it. Like, there's a project at home right now. It needs to be done. It's got to be done by, today's Tuesday, Thursday. And I will tell you, I won't even look at it until that morning. Even when I have to pull the show and do all this stuff, I just won't do it.
Well,
it's terrible. It's
just
terrible.
be you, boo.
And I don't know how to get out of it. I've read books. I've listened to videos and it says, do this, do that. And it does not work because it just doesn't seem natural to do it early. And here's the craziest part. When I do it early, I feel awesome about it. I'm like, I'm ahead of the game.
When I exercise, I feel awesome I did it.
I'm ahead of the game.
I get it.
But I cannot force myself. And even though that feels great, I tell you another, like today I had spots to do and they're due tomorrow, right? Usually this would be a thing, well, I'll do them when I get home from the show. After I've worked all damn day, I'll come home and sit in front of I almost said that word, stupid computer for another hour and a half cutting spots. But today I did them this morning, right before I came in, and I felt like $1 million. I'm like, got that off my chest, right? You would think to yourself, well, that's the way I'm going to do it every time. No, that's not what's going to happen. I'm going to wait at the very last minute again.
The struggle is real.
I wonder how many people out there going, yeah, I know, buddy. I got you. Same thing. And like the trash that's out the door, my wife will come home. She goes, why don't you take the trash out? I'm like, it doesn't run until Thursday. Why take it over there if it doesn't run until Thursday? She goes, well, it's piled up outside the door. I'm like, it ain't bothering me. And then I take it in the next day because I like getting late. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Don't forget, your 4 o'clock keyword is media, MEDIA. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec.
I hear it's really dangerous in Mexico right now.
Stupid things people say on Cinco de Mayo.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The warmth is starting to build back into Central Florida. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. High pressure is taking over that will help keep things mainly dry and warmer over the next couple of days. Overnight, we'll fall back into the middle to upper 60s. It will be a bit muggier, but we will see a starry sky. More in the way of sunshine is on the docket for our hump day, but temperatures, they soar lower to middle 90s across Central Florida. So be sure to drink plenty of water and try not to overdo it outside if you do have to be outside for a longer period of time. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Man, everybody knows Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment. And right now, you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. And check this. How about 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools as well? And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware's trained techs in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. They help me out all the time with my weed eater, my chainsaw. They can do do the same for you. It's Stihl zero-turn mowers, now available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find yours easily at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose.
$5,000 to spend in your classroom.
Thanks to you, more than 50,000 teachers have been recognized for the amazing work they do in classrooms across America each and every day.
$5,000 in school supplies.
I'm so excited.
Congratulations!
We're helping get teachers the resources they need to inspire the next generation.
All the people who help our children to learn and thrive, it's a partnership. We can't do it by ourselves.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who value speaking to the right people at the right time. That's why we answer the phone ourselves, to understand you and help you invest for the life you want, because you've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a human connection. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
iHeartRadio congratulates the class of 2026. They've got their music, and you've got yours. Whether you graduated in 75, 85, 95, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class. Music that brings you right back to the moment. Think of it as a time machine.
This is how we do.
A music time machine. Just open the free iHeart app, search Class of and the year you graduated to relive your glory days one song at a time.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
But should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long. So you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise promised big, and it delivered. Now the bar's set. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, it's time to get on board. Set sail aboard the Celebrity Summit in March 2027, where laid-back luxury meets country fun. We're talking toes in the sands of Bimini, fun in the sun in Key West and Cozumel, live band karaoke, trivia, bingo, and performances from Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, Randy Houser, and more. Lock in your cabin now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Orlando, this is it. Your last chance to see the Storm at home this regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m., the Orlando Storm battle the DC Defenders at Inrinco Stadium. And the first 5,000 fans get a free Storm hat. Get tickets now at uflstorm.com/tickets.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Afternoon, Colbert crew. Jack, great point about learning. When I was in school, I did well in school when it came to learning materials, but when it came to certain tests, written tests, I just froze. And I knew the material because I spent hours studying it and just was not a good test taker. Visual aids helped. Other types of learning tools helped with it, but yeah, just certain vernacular when it came to taking tests, just wasn't good at it.
Hey, Jimmy, Chad here. Mr. Jack, Dirty Diaper. I hope you still get to be dirty now that you're married. You're probably a little dirtier. Anyhow, this message is for all you idiots that can't get through high school. A woman 103 did. Come on, really? Grandma can outsmart you? Man, level up, you bunch of little punk boops. Come on, man. Get it together. Great show, fellas.
Thank you.
And Deborah.
My man, you are turning some people on today. What is it? You got married, and all of a sudden people want you more than ever.
Oh, it's a
that
rule.
happens. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. What? Oh, I can't have that? Oh, now I want it.
I thought that's when you disappeared.
What?
Yeah. Famous Scrubs episode. As soon as a woman gets engaged or married, it's like, when did she leave? I thought she used to work here.
Yeah, no, I think it's the other way around. Well, for women, I know it is. If you're a married guy.
Oh, that's catnip.
Yeah.
No, for unmarried women, they'll specifically, in some cases, look for married men.
You get targeted, right?
That's why I take off my wedding ring when I'm out in public
get
to
outta
keep
here.
women away.
Yeah.
That's so smart,
So
Jack.
smart,
Thank you.
Jack.
So smart.
Genius.
Yeah. And by the way,
You're going to want to knock 3 times before you open the front door tonight?
I will always marvel at why powerful men do not wear their wedding rings. But I mean, it is. There's so much evidence everywhere you look that powerful guys don't like wearing their wedding rings. It's weird. I will never understand that as a male or as a female for that matter. If you get married, you go through getting married and you don't wear your wedding band. I don't understand it. But there are plenty of people out there that don't do it.
I
And
answer to no one.
And here's the thing. I don't cast any aspersions on people who do not do it. Like, I just don't understand it because I wear mine everywhere. I mean, that's the idea. You get married because you want people to know that you're, well, not necessarily want people to know, but I mean, that's part of it, right?
That's your public, representation
declaration
of your vow.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And for people who get married and don't wear their wedding ring, and it's almost always guys, for every one woman I see that's married and doesn't wear a band, it's 30 dudes who don't do it. And again, people I know and like a lot, and they don't wear their wedding rings, and I do not understand it. And they try to explain it to me, and I still don't get it.
Well, how have they tried to explain it?
Well, sometimes they say it's work related. They say that because of their job, it can get hung up on stuff or whatever. But I'm like, I know your job, dude. I mean, what's it getting hung up on? And I feel weird asking about it because it's such a personal thing. It's really none of my business. It really isn't. And I mean, it's bizarre to me. I'm like, I don't understand why you go through with that and then don't show that you've gone through with it. But I don't know. People roll differently. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
So we have another one of these celebrity auctions coming up for someone who has passed away. And I'm kind of interested to see how this one will go. The last one was ridiculous. I forget exactly what it was that we talked about it, but some of the numbers were, was it Banksy stuff? What was that? We just talked about somebody's estate being liquidated, and the numbers were, it was Jackie O's.
Oh, okay.
Really? Yeah, they went through her stuff that wasn't taken by the family, and the numbers were, Jack.
I think I was on my cruise when you talked about this.
So here's what it was. It was like this. Now, people did not expect the nostalgia to hit because that whole thing's been gone for a while, but still, you have the impact of Kennedy's death and the Kennedy family in general.
Sure.
We still have Kennedys in power to this day, right?
Well, plus that Hulu special about Caroline Bessent Kennedy and John Jr.
A love story.
The love story. Yeah, that really lit a whole new fire for the Kennedy dynasty.
And you go in and they had a bunch of Jackie O's stuff just kind of stashed away. And I mean, it would be something from the pen she used to sign another president's welcoming book or whatever. And they expected it to go for $5,000 and it went for $30,000.
Oh.
And it was over and over stuff like that. Like even just pairs of shoes they expected to go for $500 were going for like $3,000 and $4,000. And it was every single item sold for way above its asking value or what the auction house thought it was going to come in at. But of course, that's a really powerful figure in American culture. You know, and this person is kind of as well more of an entertainment world than politics. Who do you think we could be talking about here? A collection of 26 scripts from the show that this person was on, including some really important ones that were very famous during the show's run.
And they're no longer with us.
They are no longer with us. A 1995 Screen Actors Guild Award.
Not Catherine O'Hara.
That this person won for Best Performance by an Ensemble in a Comedy Series.
95?
A photo album titled "The One with the Last Supper." Works of art by Banksy. A personal replica of the yellow peephole frame from.
That's Friends.
Yeah, Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry is
Perry's dead.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. I'm like, well, they're all alive, and I forgot Matthew Perry passed.
Yeah, Matthew Perry has passed away, and they are auctioning off items from his collection. They're going to be used, I believe, to support a foundation for addicts that Matthew Perry was a part of, toward his death or whatever. So what you get the bid on is a collection of 26 of his friends' scripts from key episodes, including the one with Ross's tan, the one where Joey speaks French, and the 2-part series finale. And if you watched any of that stuff, like that Friends get-together thing right before he passed away, didn't he say he didn't even remember recording or filming like 5 years of the show because he was so blanked up on pills all the time? Scripts from the pilot and one part of the series finale signed by Perry and co-stars Jen Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, and David Schwimmer. So the whole crew. That Screen Actors Guild Award I was telling you guys about. A replica of the yellow peephole frame in Monica and Rachel's apartment on Friends. It changed all the time, and it was kind of a part of the show, like an Easter egg part of the show. His Friends photo album titled "The One with the Last Supper," and then works of art by Banksy that'll all be put up for auction.
Wow.
And I'm kind of interested to see how this goes because of his character was kind of wild, man. When you watch that show, that get together, like the rest of the cast didn't even really know how to act around him, because he was kind of an alien to them.
He was a bit of an outcast, but I mean, he kind of put himself in that. He was still, we know he was still using because, I mean, that's how he died.
He died in a hot tub. He drowned because he was using in the hot tub and passed out and went under.
Yeah. But you didn't watch that show, correct?
I didn't watch it when it was on. I watched it because my wife loved it, and when we got together, she had like the box set of DVDs. I think I've seen probably almost every episode, and we still watch it to this day. They play it on a loop at night sometimes on one of those stations, and we will use it to go to sleep sometimes.
What about Seinfeld?
Never saw one episode of it.
Okay, yeah, because that was, must-see TV in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was Friends and Seinfeld at 8 and 9 o'clock, and they'd have a different show in the middle, and then at 10 it was ER.
Yeah.
And Thursday night, it was what I would watch.
I will tell you something crazy about the Seinfeld thing, and people freak out when they know I've never seen an episode of it. And here's the thing. I know it's brilliant. I've seen, clips from it and parts of shows, and I've laughed. And what's nuts is I think Larry David is funny. Like, everything he does is funny. And he does these little clips from this show, Curb Your Enthusiasm. And you see those clips and you laugh out loud and you think, well, I would love Seinfeld because that dude wrote it. And I don't. It doesn't hit me the same way. And I don't know why. I do not understand why that is.
I think Seinfeld is great, and they really got in a groove. But you watch that first episode, and you're like, it's amazing they got a second episode on the air.
And he says that even.
Yeah, it's awkward. The chemistry is just not there.
Yeah.
But they turned that when they kind of settled into a groove and a pattern on taking usually 3 different storylines, intertwining them and having them all kind of come together at the end. It's just so well done.
Well, I mean, even the sitcom Dharma and Greg talked about how they were going to go outside and have sex somewhere public because no one was going to see them because everyone was inside watching the Seinfeld finale.
That's great.
See what other shows giving homage to the fact that no one's going to be watching us.
Yeah. I mean, one of those clever shows ever written for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We have another keyword for you at the top of the hour. When we come back, there's a guy that's been driving around, I want to say it's Long Island, and he's causing a bit of a stir. And when we come back, I'll tell you why and find out exactly if you think this guy should be able to continue to do this. I'll tell you what it is next.
The Orlando Fringe starts May 12th, and we want to give Fringe performers the chance to promote their shows using the Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app during the Jim Colbert Show. 30 seconds of radio time to tell the world why they should come see your show. Get the details at realradio.fm/fringe.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Slow traffic right now, I-4 westbound before 429. Earlier accident there has been cleared. Just some residual delays traveling through there. Accident blocking the right lane, Narcoossee Road, southbound at Boggy Creek Road. And right now, accident blocking the right lane, Greenway southbound before the Boggy Creek Toll Plaza. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-768477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Spring into deals at Lowe's. Shop Stay Green Premium 2 cubic feet mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Valid through 5/6. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
If you're looking to buy a new home, make sure you have the best expert on your team, and that expert is that mortgage guy, Don. Here's one reason why you need him. A recent study found that less than 20% of folks compare a mortgage quote that they get, but what you really want is peace of mind. So all you have to do is go to the website, hit that little button that says compare, and upload your quote. That's it, literally. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good. Plus, you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Does Florida care about AIDS? Somewhere in the state tonight, a mother is rationing the pills that keep her alive. On June 30th, she and 12,000 others will permanently lose access to Florida's AIDS drug program and the insurance support that keeps them healthy. After that, people start dying. Not in theory, in emergency rooms across this state. This isn't a budget problem. It's a choice. Go to ahf.org/ADAP. 1 minute could save thousands of lives.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It is May. Mother's Day is coming up, and all those special days throughout the year still await. You want to make sure that you can spend all that time with your friends and family, and Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, that can help you do that. You know, I love telling the story about the couple that got that gym membership. Before they started their gym membership, though, they told themselves, look, I'm going to go to Life Imaging FLA. We're going to find out if our hearts are good enough for this. They were in their early 60s, and when they came out, they found out a couple things. The woman, she was in great shape. The guy, on the other hand, had 2 blockages. 3 days later, he's in the hospital for heart surgery that saved his life. But that's exactly what Life Imaging FLA has been doing now for about 3 years in Central Florida, and they can do the same for you. No dyes. You do not take off your clothes. It only takes a few minutes, so don't wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and so many people in Central Florida are doing. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And please, while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection can save your life, and they make it so easy to make your appointment. This is all you have to do. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it, pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. Guys, they'll connect you in seconds. Make this very important phone call today and take control of your long-term health care.
To everyone looking for a little something extra, Delicious Rewards has officially arrived at Culver's.
With Delicious Rewards, you earn 10 points for every dollar you spend. Those points can be redeemed for free menu items. Because the more you enjoy Culver's, the more we love rewarding you for it. You'll even get special treats every now and then just for being a fan, plus a more personalized Culver's experience. Join today at culvers.com/earn and start earning points with every purchase.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to
Delicious.
To everyone who thinks bold burgers are worth celebrating, let our team member Isabel tell you about the Colby Jack Pub Burger at Culver's.
I could talk about this pub burger all day, but our guests said it best.
This is the best pub burger. That sauce? So good.
That's why it's back now for a limited time.
Fresh beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese,
crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo.
Let us make one for you at Culver's.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26. You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, family. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, yeah, Cinco de Mayo. We used to have a local Mexican restaurant in walking distance, but it's changed hands, so no more band, no more tra-la-la, but I'm on my way home. Gonna make some guacamole, grill some chicken with some black beans and rice, making those fabulous margaritas with Altos 100% agave tequila, and not having to worry about driving. Whoop, whoop. Aloha.
Whoop, whoop, indeed. And I gotta drop. I think I'm gonna do that tonight. I don't know that I can get my wife to go out to a Cinco de Mayo thing, because we ate Mexican like 4 times last week, and I could eat it every day of the week. I love it. But it's tough to get her out on a weeknight this early in the week. Usually it's a Thursday thing for us when we step out to grab a drink or something like that. But
because she has like a real job?
She has a real job, right. But I'm only one thing short for really good margaritas, and I may stop by and grab that tonight and make a couple margs at the house.
Cointreau?
Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier?
Yeah, Grand Marnier, yeah, for sure. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 5 o'clock keyword is family. Family. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Family, guys, that is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
It's 5 already.
It is. Jack is here as well.
Yeah. 5:05.
Hey, let me ask you guys real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do bumper stickers on your car?
No.
Do you do bumper stickers in your car?
No.
You have the Jim Colbert Show magnet. You have the magnet.
Yes. That's it.
And then I have the magnet. And I agree with you guys. I've never really been a bumper sticker kind of guy, or I don't usually adorn my vehicles with any stickers of any sort. Even the smallest ones, I just have the one magnet.
And you should move it, by the way.
Why? Because it affects the paint?
Yeah, well, that and when you wash it, and also some magnets. Fortunately, not our show magnets. I haven't seen that with either the Real Radio or Jim Colbert Show. Some thinner magnets will break down and kind of stick to to vehicles, but fortunately, I haven't seen that with.
Yeah, I think we bought some good quality ones though.
Yeah,
I think ours are fun. And
we did all right.
I haven't washed my truck in months. I don't even know.
We had a good run.
We did. When's the last time you washed your car?
I actually did it a week ago because it was just gross. Oh, to go to Deb's wedding.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, because it's something about getting all dressed up and then getting in a car covered in green pollen.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do it, so I went to the car wash that day.
When's the last time you washed your car?
Mother Nature did that for me on Saturday.
But you haven't washed it yourself?
Ever?
No. A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
For Christmas, I got a car wash thing.
Oh, good. That's awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Those things are great. My wife washes her all the time because she has one of those. Is it Mr. Mister?
I think so.
I think that's the one she does. I haven't washed my truck in months. I don't even know. So I could tell where everything is because I could literally write a tome in that thing. It's so dirty and disgusting. I'm ashamed of it. But the reason I bring that up is because there's a case coming out of Long Island, where a guy has 3 vehicles. He's got a, let me make sure I got this right. He has a Porsche Carrera, he has a Jeep Wrangler, and a Humvee. And they're all covered from bumper to bumper in pro-Trump messaging. And that includes flags that come off the back, right?
Right.
So Long Island says, and he also, in the context of having these stickers and bumpers and all the stuff on his cars, I guess a couple of those stickers have some select language for politicians, Democratic politicians. I can only assume it doesn't show any photographs of those, but you can assume the normal targets would be like Biden, Pelosi, Obama, people of that nature, right?
Right, yeah.
The big leaders in the Democratic Party. And the reason why this is making news is this guy even drives around with a blow-up doll dressed as Trump in the passenger seat, right? And he drives around. His neighbors hate it. His cars have been vandalized a number of times. He gets the cops called on him all the time. There have been complaints all the time. But that's not really the issue. The issue is the city tried to cite him for an ordinance because of the flags on his vehicle. Well, the city didn't have a really good argument, and this guy fought tooth and nail, and he's like, well, we'll take this to the highest court. We'll take it all the way up. So the city, after arguing for 2 years about this vehicle, said, well, yeah, I tell you what, though, we'll just settle. We'll give you $50,000 for all the hassle and stuff, and we'll just call this good. You go on doing your bumper sticker thing of your cars, your sticker stuff and your flags, and we'll go back. He's like, no, we're not doing this. This is a principle thing now. I want $100,000, or it's going to a trial, and they're going to lose at trial because this guy has the right to do whatever he wants. But how do you guys feel about that? Have you ever seen anybody driving around with stickers and stuff like that, or their cars covered in materials of that nature, and you feel that if that lived in your neighborhood, you would have a problem with it?
Well, I live in Lake County, so the answer to that question is yes.
So I lived in Geneva and had a bunch of this as well.
But it's not enough for me to want to ruin my day over it.
Yeah,
just let them pass by and you be you, boo.
I think that's the point of the story is like, I don't understand.
You're giving them what they want when you let yourself be antagonized.
Yeah, I don't understand why the city or county feels that they have a right to oppress this guy's ability to express himself and support somebody they want to support.
I think,
based on city ordinances, and obviously he hasn't offended enough of them because they offered to settle.
Well, the flags, I would imagine, because obviously they can't quell the free speech aspect, but if the flags become like a safety issue for him or other drivers, I don't know what the ordinance is, but...
Yeah, and because, some vehicles ride around with flags on them. I don't know what... we have to ask Trooper Steve for the breakdown on what you can do as far as that goes.
I think this is Jimmy angling for asking Trooper Steve.
But I don't think that's a violation.
So here's the deal: when people tell you who they are, I don't see there's anything wrong with that. Either way, whether it's the intelligence of their kids. And what
the
group
Calvin
they're
character,
in, or their political leanings, or how they feel about the environment or religion.
How many marathons they've ran in?
Yeah, because I can tell you, I see more religious. I see more pro-Christian religious tagging on cars than I see politics by a million. It's not even close, actually. I mean, maybe in 2016 it was a little bit more for Trump, but now it's not as much. And I see way more religious branding on people's vehicles or former military stuff than I do for political engagement.
People are telling you who they are. It's just information, and I've got no problem with it. What I will do is when I see any car where they're telling me who they are, and I'm passing them, I will look over just to match the face with this.
You want to see if it matches up?
Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah.
You don't want to see a weaselly little nerd driving a big old jacked up truck with a bunch of pro-Trump stuff in there?
Or whatever. Whatever they're telling me on the back, I'm kind of curious. It's like, okay.
Nailed that one.
The funny, out in Geneva, there's a couple guys that own cow pastures out there. And it's so funny because they put up signs and they learn because they put them up next to the road. And it was all a bunch of the pro-Trump stuff. This is Trump country and stuff like that. But people started shooting them with their paintball guns, right? They were driving by and they were in this property. This sign was on his property. So they were breaking the law. So this dude moved those signs like way back on his property and made them bigger so you could still read it from the road, but you couldn't shoot it with your stupid paintball gun. It's pretty funny. But a lot of those guys that lived in that old neighborhood had a bunch of pro-Trump stuff on their big pickup trucks and stuff. I never really found a problem with it. Like, I don't have any problem with people expressing that. I saw a bunch of Biden stuff back in the day when that thing was heated. You'd see the entire back window of a pickup truck that said that, or on a car or whatever it said it. I never really considered that a thing. Now, I would see if you were in a neighborhood and you were in a nice neighborhood and there was flags for anything for that matter. It could be Trump, Biden, whomever. It doesn't really matter. But they really kind of adorn the property almost as if it was like a holiday. Well, I think day in and day out, that would be a little annoying.
Yeah, but without an HOA.
And if you were trying to sell your house and that was next to it, that'd be annoying.
I think more of your, quote, nice neighborhoods also have the HOA, and they usually have flag restrictions.
Oh yeah, they do for sure.
Yeah.
It says it says here that the tension has not stayed inside court filings. Wasserman claims neighbors have filed repeated complaints, leading to frequent police visits to his home. He also alleges his vehicles have been vandalized over time with damage to tires and windows. Those claims were not confirmed by authorities, but they add another layer to the situation. And here's the thing. I think the guy's got a case against this local government. I think he's going to win. Because you can message whatever you want. And really, to be honest with you, it isn't really terrible. Like, here's a picture of the back of his Porsche. It's just a bunch of bumper stickers that are pro-Trump bumper stickers.
The only time I would have an issue with it is if you are living in a neighborhood and there's some choice language on the bumper stickers you maybe don't want your children exposed to. But outside of that, it's a lesson on, hey, this is protected speech, kids. This is you may not like it, but you can put whatever you want on the back of your car, and he can't say anything to you about it either.
Yeah, it says. But
I am going to drive up next to you and look.
Let's see. There's some Biden stuff, but it doesn't say any curse words. It's got that, how that Calvin peeing on
Of course.
that thing, and he's got that guy peeing on everything that's CNN, Biden,
and Calvin's got his back to you. Otherwise, that would be considered child porn.
Yeah, right. It says freedom isn't free. It says my governor is an absolute idiot. I guess that would be Hochul in New York. Is that right? Yeah. So, but it isn't like, it isn't like there's space in between. It isn't like completely covered like I've seen some other stuff. Like if I saw this car driving down, I would just be like Jack. I'd be like, oh, look at there. And that would be it. I wouldn't be that son of a bitch. How dare he? You can't do that.
I mean, you can.
Well, you can. Yeah, you're right.
But then you don't have enough to do.
Exactly.
You need a hobby.
Right, exactly.
And that shouldn't be your hobby.
Right.
Getting mad at people for their opinion.
I mean, there's a show on Investigation Discovery called Deadly Neighbors or something. And it's just.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it's these things, right? It's these things that get under your skin. And the next thing you know, you're cursing at each other over the fence. And the next thing you know, you're out there measuring where your easement lies. And the next thing you know, you're threatening the pets and you're threatening the kids. And then somebody gets hurt, and for what? A dumbass bumper sticker?
Well, that's that one case.
Come on.
That one case where a guy was trimming his own hedges, but the guy who lived next to him hated the sound of the trimmer.
Yeah.
And he would ask him not to trim the hedges. The guy says, I'm trimming my hedges, guy. And the guy shot and killed the guy in his own yard because he just didn't like something he was doing.
It takes so little.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Family is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's FAMILY. Just get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Slow traffic right now, I-4 westbound before 429. Earlier accident there has been cleared. Just some residual delays traveling through there. Accident blocking the right lane, Narcoossee Road, southbound at Boggy Creek Road. And right now, accident blocking the right lane, Greenway southbound before the Boggy Creek Toll Plaza. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-768-477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from the Nickley Group. These guys are awesome. If you are in the world of buying or selling a home, listen to me closely. Do not make a mistake and get the wrong real estate agent for yourself, because if you do that, it could actually cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Look, man, your home is one of your biggest assets, if not your biggest asset. When you go to sell that, especially if you're moving on to that next stage of your life, you need to have pros handling that. That's the Nickley Group. On average, 6% more for their listings, and they sell those homes twice as fast. And when you figure in their VIP program, things like, let's say, free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and that early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed, that is such a major advantage. And if you're buying a home, nobody is going to search the entire area for all those homes that check all the boxes for you and your family. Man, they even have a guaranteed cash offer. If you don't want to deal with any of this stuff, you just want to sell your home, get that money, and move on to that next stage, do that. Guaranteed cash offer, no showings or open houses. That deal can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. For years, we've been talking about Mike, the home builder, and the great team he's assembled at the Home Builders Network. And it's great when you have that person you can trust when the things that need doing around your home need doing. You know what I'm talking about? Where you have a roof problem, it could be a leak. You might need to put on a new roof. The Home Builders Network does that. I know firsthand because they did my roof just a few years ago and did a fantastic job. But more than that, I replaced the gutters with covers, and in 3 years, I have not had to climb a ladder to clean out gutters, and that has been an absolute joy. Plus, they replace doors, they replace windows, they replace bathrooms. My wife and I decided our master bath, it was the worst room in the house. We turned it into one of the best rooms in the house, thanks to the Home Builders Network. They have a showroom in Altamont Springs. See what they can do for you online. It's hbnusa.com for the Home Builders Network. You can follow them on Instagram and Facebook, see some of the work. But again, you find them online at hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
This is Headquarter Hyundai in Sanford, Lake Mary. Sir, do you read me?
I'm here, Private. What do you need?
It's this new offer, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. Customers everywhere.
You can do this. Now get back out there and sell everything we've got. Just $99.
Sir, yes, sir.
Every new Hyundai, every vehicle, just $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai.
Sir, what about credit?
If you've got a job and $99, you ride.
Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money.
Oh! Pay thousands less. New Tucsons, Elantras, and more. Plus 0% financing for 60 months with no payments for 90 days. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance.
And if you've served, you save even more.
Everything we've got, just $99. Headquarter Hyundai.
On Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary.
HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com.
For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. For over 16 years, you heard me talk about my buddy Mike the Home Builder and his great team at the Home Builders Network. He's a fourth-generation craftsman and a contractor with over 36 years of hands-on, real experience that makes a difference. Follow the Home Builders Network on Facebook and on Instagram to see all their recent work. Go to hbnusa.com for the Home Builders Network for quality, great installation, excellent service, all-around fair price. That's hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles.
A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks.
Let the dogs breathe.
While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus nicotine pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Imagine an Olympics where doping is not only legal, but encouraged. It's the Enhanced Games. Some call it grotesque. Others say it's unleashing human potential. Either way, the podcast Superhuman documented it all, embedded in the games and with the athletes for a full year.
Within probably 10 days, I'd put on 10 pounds. I was having trouble stopping the muscle growth.
Search Superhuman on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown, today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
I have always said that graduating high school is a hell of a lot more than simply the diploma and learning algebra and history and all that good stuff. It's about the social interaction. It's about the life skills. You learn things there that you would never learn. You learn hierarchy of cliques. You learn conflict resolution. You learn how to both take and dish out an ass whooping. And those are all important life traits.
Agreed.
Well, let me see. You said Kevin Hart isn't funny. Wow. That's just wow. Didn't see anything great about Good Mythical Morning. Yeah, you should try another 17-minute segment. They've got some really good stuff on there.
All right.
And you couldn't find anything worthy of the trek through China. God almighty, can you say curmudgeon? Please, just say it. Curmudgeon.
I said I like the cult.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny that you isolate me, but both the other guys said they didn't like it either.
Like what?
The China thing. It was stupid.
I know. I did not say that.
Yeah, you said you didn't care for it. That's what I heard. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Family. Family is your 5 o'clock keyword. FAMILY.
I forgot.
Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
My bad.
Yeah. And I don't think Kevin Hart's funny. I mean, what's wrong with that? Can I not think somebody's funny? I don't get that.
No.
Is it just because he thinks he's really funny, he's offended that I don't think he's funny because he does?
I think when you get to stack 3 opinions where you would be going against the grain in a short segment like that.
And I said it was a hot take right off rip.
Yeah. And it's okay to have it.
Yeah.
Again, but don't make it a bumper sticker and put it on your car.
Well, I think he's a great guy. I just don't like I think other people did his style of comedy better. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. It just doesn't hit me the same way. His delivery's not as funny as some of the other dudes. Did you guys see that Chappelle brought Kanye West on the stage last night, I guess, at a show? Man.
I did not.
That guy does not care. One thing about Chappelle does not care about what you think.
Correct.
He does not care about your opinion of him. His money's made. It's in the bank. He will push any button he wants. But dragging Kanye on stage is, man, that's... I mean, that is
that's a look.
Good luck on that one. We wish you the very best. 407-916-1041. So let me ask you a question. We like technology, do we not?
Love it.
So, and we know that...
You feel, Deb?
It's all right.
Yeah. But we know that there are companies out there using technology to their advantage, and they will sometimes frame it as, hey, look, we're going to do ourselves a favor, but really it's going to help you as well. And the one thing I can say that about is car insurance, right? So there are some car insurance deals. Matter of fact, Jack, I believe that you guys employ this.
I'm shopping
that
right now.
if you have that, if you allow the car insurance company to put that metering thing on your car,
yes,
that registers how fast you drive, how fast you brake, how fast you're cornering, how often you drive, where you drive matters as well. And based on that information, they will give you a lower insurance rate. Is that correct?
That is correct. And then subsequently for renewals, they'll use that information to determine what your rate should be. And it can go down. It has gone significantly down for my wife and daughter, who both have the app.
Right.
So some companies have an app. Some companies have a plug-in device that goes, under your dash.
Yeah. And do you use it?
Me? No.
Yeah. Now, why don't you use it? I'm interested in that because...
Okay, so...
Because, I don't understand why you would make your daughter and wife do it, but you wouldn't do it, and you're the one that's frugal. Why wouldn't you do it?
Because I am the man.
Okay, I got it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought the whole time, actually.
On a serious note, I get a bigger discount from being a low-mileage driver, considering that I use my car for like less than $10,000. So the company I'm with right now gives me a better discount for being marked as a low mileage.
Yeah, completely forget about that. We will never do that. That'll never be you and I, Deborah.
No.
I guess just nature of where we live takes us out of that play.
I calculated my daughter. My daughter drives 3,000 miles a year.
Whoa. That is crazy, man.
And I believe I mentioned recently my first year of having a car, I drove 20,000 miles. And my town's a mile by a mile and a half.
Right.
That means her car can be 20 years old and still only have about 65,000 miles on it, even with other little stuff in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've had my little truck for a while, and I just now have like 72,000 miles on it because really outside of driving back and forth to work, I don't drive that much. I really don't. Once I get home, I stay there. I'm kind of a homebody. And you're the same, right?
Your wife does most of the driving when you guys go out.
Yeah, you're right. We do.
Don't put yourself in my isolated...
But you don't drive that. You don't put miles on your car.
No,
you don't. You just back and forth to work, and that's it, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Well, Ford Motors has filed for a patent system allowing a vehicle to have a certain, to do a certain thing. And I find this very Orwellian. And I wonder if, while applying this technology, if Ford also is going to offer a discount on interest rates. What do you think I'm talking about here? What do you think the car can do that Ford is trying to employ? By the way, this is a story that came out on October 23, just updated yesterday, that Ford Motor Company is still considering this and still searching for this technology. The patent application went in October 23rd.
That it can fly.
It cannot fly. No.
Check your credit score.
No.
Check for any tickets.
No.
Court records?
No. It does this to itself. The car will do this to itself. It will repossess itself.
Oh.
The technology goes into the car, and the car will know if you are late on your payments because it's hooked up with the bank as well. So if you get too far behind on your car, the car will drive itself to the impound lot.
Well, that's convenient.
It will self-repossess.
Now we're taking away jobs from truck drivers.
Or tow truck drivers?
Tow truck drivers, yeah.
Well, the thing, like when I saw the story, I'm like, okay, I guess I kind of understand that. And even crazier, are you ready? That Ford says the tech will be able to ascertain whether or not the car's mileage and age is worthy of it being repossessed. So in other words, let's say you buy a brand new car, right? Brand new $70,000 Mustang GT or whatever, right? And I get out there and I drive it for 2 or 3 months and I stop making payments. Well, obviously that thing's going to have enough equity in it where it's worth repossessing. But if I'm out there driving a car and I buy it and I've been driving it for 4 or 5, 6, 8 years, whatever the case may be, I put 130,000 miles on it and it's not worth anything. I guess I don't know what they do at that point, but they just won't use the time or tech to repossess that car. And my question is this, like if I finance that through Ford Motor Company, and by the way, I believe that's like most cars when you buy them from Ford, you finance it with their in-house financing company, which is Ford Motor Credit, I believe, right?
You don't have to, but yes.
You don't, but it's easier, and they usually offer a pretty competitive rate depending on your credit score. But if you agree to that technology, like unless it's forced on you completely, shouldn't you get a better interest rate? Should you not? Like if I'm agreeing to say, hey, look, if I don't pay this payment, please have this car drive itself to the impound. But I'm telling you, I'm not missing a payment. And based on that, I want 0.5% more on my loan. I don't want to put this on there, but it looks like they're going to do it to everything.
Yeah, I think they don't even need to incentivize it. They can just do it.
This is what it is.
Because if you are failing to make a payment, you're breaking the contract, and therefore it's susceptible to be repossessed, regardless of whether it's Larry in a flatbed or if it's just the AI in your car.
And by the way, it does it in stages. What do you guys think it does first before it goes into the full repossession mode?
Won't unlock.
Nope.
Remind you, it'll text you.
It'll display warnings on your screen there, right? Your little screen you have. It'll tell you, hey, look, much like when your gas is low or your washer fluid is low, it'll warn you and say, hey, look, you're currently 10 days behind on your payment. You can remit the payment, blah, 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 blah. It'll do that. But then if you continue to do that, this thing will turn your AC off. It'll disable your AC and your radio.
That's
even better. It not only will disable your radio, it will make your radio send out bursts of sound like every 10 seconds. Beep! Beep! While you're trying to drive around.
Yeah, they successfully did that technique with my seatbelt. Like if you are in the front seat, you don't wear it, it starts chiming, and then it gets really loud and really fast where it's like, yes, okay, you can't put it on fast enough just to shut that thing up. Texter says they're already using this technology in some cars. They just shut down, and you cannot use it.
Right now, it says that that's part of this as well, but Ford actually wants to go a little bit more. And what it will
the car back.
It says what it'll do is it'll drive to a location that makes it easier to tow the car away. In other words, get it away from the owners, because you can see when you go to repossess a car. Have you ever seen those TV shows?
It's dangerous,
dude. It is really, really dangerous. And I know we have some tow truck drivers out there, and I'm sure some horror stories could come in. But this thing will drive itself to an area where the tow truck driver can pick it up in safety. And it'll also drive itself to an impoundment lot if need be, or a scrapyard for that matter.
Oh, man.
It will do that. And it says it's a genuine patent filing. Ford abandoned the effort due to something before in 2023, but they've rebooted this, and they want this on some of their vehicles. And I don't know if it's a choice or not. I can't imagine it would be, right? Why would you choose to have that on your vehicle?
I guess it would. The only time that the choice would be made would be the style. Maybe the more expensive vehicles would probably have this, whereas your lower, less expensive vehicles, maybe not the sought after models would be the ones where like, you can take that.
But I'm sorry, what category, what specifically are the less expensive vehicles?
Yeah, no doubt.
Do they exist anymore?
I don't think so.
And I think Ford has one car now, right? Or no, they have two. They have the Mustang, and then don't they have that little? They have a little one,
Pinto.
No, it's
Ford Pinto.
It's something, a Focus or something like that, right?
Yeah,
for a while.
Ford
Other than
Escape.
It's pickup trucks. They have the Escape.
SUVs.
That's an SUV. They have the all the SUV stuff, but I think they have one or two cars and that's it anymore.
Yeah.
They used to have the town cars, or that's a Lincoln, but like the was it a Victoria or something like that? They had the Probe. They had the Taurus for years.
I haven't owned a Ford in 30 years, if not more.
I watched a video last night, YouTube, and I just kind of got caught. It was the top 10 least wanted cars of 2026, and it's based on what people are not buying and how much inventory they have.
Yeah.
And what brand do you think had 3 different vehicles? It's a much beloved brand.
I know it already.
Yeah.
I didn't read the story. I just know how bad they're made.
What?
It was Jeep.
100%.
Yeah, Jeep.
Jeep has 3 different vehicles in the top 10 and it just means they're not currently selling. They're saying Stellantis, the company that owns them, has overpriced them. They haven't been investing in the product, and they just went for a maximum money grab, and then now people have finally stopped buying them, and there's a flood of inventory.
If it wasn't for the Wrangler and the Rubicon, I don't know if that company would be in business anymore, because their cars are really bad. I've seen many videos that say that same thing.
No, I'm just happy I didn't hold out for my favorite car that I've ever owned was my red Honda Prelude.
Yeah.
And then they just came out with the Prelude again this year, but only automatic. You can't get it in 6-speed, which is the reason why I'm like, well, I only drive 6-speed.
Right, yeah.
They're now saying the Honda Prelude is the most overpriced car that's out on the market right now.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a nostalgia thing too, I bet.
Yep.
Yeah.
The nostalgia, but again, if you like to drive, manual.
And that's their sports car. I mean, they did it with that SI for a while, but that thing doesn't have the balls that thing has. Prelude's haul ass. It's like Honda's Supra.
Well, yeah. I had a Prelude S. I never had a Prelude SI.
Yeah.
I have a Honda Civic SI, but
hey, going back to the Ford thing real quick, let me ask, right? So would you think that would be a deterrent for people to buy their vehicles? Like, would you go and buy a Ford vehicle if you knew for a fact that if you got into a bad situation and you were unable to pay your bill, that thing would take off on its own? Like, wouldn't that be, like, doesn't that kind of change your buying outlook when it comes to that vehicle? Like, if I can buy a Ford for $50,000, but I can buy a Honda or a Toyota for the same amount of money, and it doesn't have that, or even a Chevrolet for that matter, and it doesn't have that offering, like, that's why I can't understand or don't know if it's mandatory that you get it. Like, if it's just standard issue equipment, I would think that would be a choice. And why would you choose that?
I see it like theme park prices.
Right? You don't have a choice.
No, one company will do it, and then the rest will yep, let's do it.
Right. In other words, when they see it being successful,
you won't have another car to choose from because they'll all have that feature.
Yeah, in a spot I read probably 2-3 days ago at Reuters said that I guess delinquencies on car loans, are at one of the highest times they've ever seen.
I think it wouldn't be a deterrent because if you're in that boat where you think you're not going to be able to make your car payment, I would hope buying a $50,000 car isn't your plan.
I mean, it's been a minute since I had a car payment, but car payments now or what my mortgage payment is.
I mean,
it's like I don't understand.
It
how
was
people do
absolute
it.
sticker shock when they're like, yeah, you're going to be cool with like, $650, $700, $750. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not at all.
Yeah, nothing cool about that.
No, so I was able to negotiate where I don't pay anywhere near that, but no, I can't afford that. Are you kidding?
That's a generational thing too, because I mean, you talk to new generations, like guys like Ross and stuff, and they start talking about car payments. They start at $600 and $700. Like they consider that a deal because of other cars, and because everything's $50 or $60 now. When you do the math, even when you finance it for 7 years, you're still looking at anywhere from $700 to $900 a month, and then you have to pay for insurance. It's godforsaken state,
right? And gas.
Oh my God Almighty! There would have to be some kind of incentive for me. Like if they gave me a choice, I'm like, all right, what are you doing for me? I'll take your stupid repo thing. I'm going to make my payments. But what's in it for me?
Kind of like the discount you get from your insurance if you pay it all up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm not the financial risk that you're worried about, but I want a discount.
Right. And when I pay this thing off, do you come and get it? Do you take this thing off my car?
Yeah.
I don't want it on there. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Don't forget your 5 o'clock keyword is family, FAMILY. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. You guys load them up. It's time for trivia. We'll do that next.
Happy Mexican Independence Day.
Stupid things people say on Cinco de Mayo.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Magic president Jeff Weltman says he's not planning to tear the team down after a third straight first-round playoff exit and firing coach Jamal Mosley. Florida football, they're already building their 28 recruiting class. Gators made the top 7 finalists for IMG Academy running back Anthony Howard. And the FIFA World Cup will start next month, but reports indicate hotel bookings are not as strong as expected in the U.S. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Man, Mother's Day, you want to treat moms right, do it right. The guys over at the Rosen Center, they can do that for you as well. This curated brunch by our friend Chef Tony Navoa is one of the most incredible experiences you can have for Mother's Day. And let me tell you something, not only the food, but the setting for this is amazing. The hotel, if you haven't been out, is absolutely beautiful. Not only can you have that beautiful brunch with mom, but you can also take some great Mother's Day photographs as well. And let's talk about this brunch. It's Sunday, May 10th, 11 a.m. to 4:30. Dozens of decadent dishes dishes, fresh seafood and sushi, omelet stations, waffle stations, carving stations, complimentary champagne and mimosas if you're old enough, free self-parking. Rosen Center really does make celebrating mom easy and delicious. Adults $72.95, children $34.95, and if you're under 3, you're eating for free with a paying adult. It's awesome. You're going to love it. Get your tickets now at 407-996-3969 or log on to rosencenter.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinanced. Expires 6/5/26.
Sunnyside Electric.
My outlets aren't working.
I can help.
Great. Send an electrician.
Do you have extension cords?
Ugh, here we go again. I should have called Frank Gay.
Plug the cord into your neighbor's house.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work, you need a qualified electrician who doesn't take shortcuts and will fix the problem right the first time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
We paint everything, and they do. That's my buddy Raphael. And when it comes time to making that big decision around your home, or maybe it's not a big decision. Maybe you painted in the past. Listen, I painted my house in the past. I could do it again, but I know I'm not going to do nearly as good a job as Raphael and his crew at We Paint Everything. You find them online at wepainteverything.com. And one of the reasons is I paint over the bad stuff. A little rotted wood, fresh coat of paint. No, what Raphael does, he brings in the crew and he's replacing the bad wood. He's doing the job right, sealing it up, making sure that this paint job is going to last for years and years beyond what I would have personally done. Whether it's interior or exterior, whether you just want to refresh your home and make it look like new, or you're getting ready to sell your home, a fresh coat of paint is the most affordable way to make a home look fully renovated, and that's exactly what We Paint Everything does best. Buyers won't see the potential, they see walls. Fresh paint makes a home feel newer, cleaner, and move-in ready without renovation level costs. Check it out. Call Raphael. You find him online at wepainteverything.com or pick up the phone and dial 407-657-2000 for We Paint Everything. Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. No showings, no open houses, just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, it's Jack, and I'm back in the studio with Mark of Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark, is today's real estate climate still favorable for sellers?
That's probably a question a lot of consumers are asking today. And the answer is absolutely. The market has shifted from the extremes of the past couple of years, meaning we're headed in the direction of a more balanced environment. That means sellers still have strong opportunities to sell quickly and for a good price, especially with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Thanks, Mark. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust them to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mall of Millenia, and Waterford Lakes. Online, shop IDC.com.
The
that red talkback mic on the free iHeart app, it's more powerful than it looks. One tap can get you in the conversation.
You guys, are you serious?
Enter to win something amazing.
That $1,000.
Or just a request.
What up?
Try it now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
What's up? This is Jacob Knoll from Sublime.
It's Bud from Sublime. We linked up with iHeart Radio and got our own cruise ship, and we're headed to the Bahamas.
It's Sublime's Reef Madness.
And we want you on board.
The ultimate VIP cruise to the Bahamas.
We'll be playing a bunch of the old classics, plus stuff from our new up-and-coming record.
November 15th through the 19th.
We'll be playing, our friends will be playing.
Catch performances from Sublime, Yellow Wolf, Co-Defendants.
Food and drinks, comedy, and of course live music.
All on board a badass cruise ship.
To win, just listen to this station on the iHeartRadio app.
Tap the contest tab and enter to win.
Learn more at SublimeCruise.com.
Winner must be 21 or older. Prize provided by Six Man LTD.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickley.com.
Got an iPhone? Sweet. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Good evening, JCS crew. I was doing a repo not too long ago, and it was a kind of like a nostalgic vehicle, voluntary repo. It was one of those Bratz vehicles. When we got there, it wouldn't start, and I looked up under the hood, and there's no motor, no battery. Go figure. Thanks.
Oh, they stole everything. All right. Oh, it's so dirty. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 5 o'clock keyword is family. Got about 8 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. Family, that's the word, guys. Go get it. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here. Yo. And he has the Jackie sack. What's in there, big dog?
All aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of prizes. The winner of trivia today will get to pick which prize they would like. And it might be a pair of tickets to see our Orlando City Soccer Club take on rival Atlanta United FC here at Inter & Co Stadium. This is happening on May 16th.
That's coming off the heels of one of the biggest wins in the franchise's history.
It was huge. They beat our other rival. It's a derby, Jim, when you play your rival, and that was against Miami in their new stadium, but against Messi, and losing 3-0 and then coming back and winning 4-3. Yeah. It was amazing.
And posting the first win ever in that facility.
Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, so you can see their May 16th match against Atlanta. That is one of the prizes. The other, a pair of tickets to see the Strokes.
Yeah, cool, dude.
The Strokes is coming to Tampa, Benchmark International Arena, September 12th. If you'd like to go, we have your chance right now. Good luck in trivia.
Very nice.
So that means back to you, clickety-clack.
Yes, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 1.
1 right up top. Let's go with Chris. Chris, how you doing?
Doing good, man. You?
Doing good, buddy. Want to play a little game with us?
Love to.
All right, let's do it then.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, Chris, this is a real easy game, buddy. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
Trying to fool you, buddy, but if you can find it, I'll send you over to Jack, and he's got some cool stuff. That Strokes record, that first album of theirs was legendary, all-timer, man. So it would be worth going to see those guys just to hear them play songs off that first album. Are you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1988, British singer and songwriter, considered one of the greatest female vocalists of our generation, sang the best Bond song ever. She is Rolling in the Deep. Adele was born on this day. That's right.
Wow. 1988.
Yeah, here are 3 fun facts about Adele and 1 lie.
So that makes her, 30? Wait.
She's 38. I think she's 38 today, right? Yeah. 8 and 8, 6, 26.
It's always the name of her albums, right?
Yeah. 19, 21, 25, and then we're waiting on the next one, I think.
No,
or 30.
28.
No, dude. She's 38 years old, right?
Don't ask me. You know how bad I am
it's
with
88.
Yeah, 88. If it's 28, it should be 40. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very good. All right, here are 3 fun facts about Adele and 1 lie that set fire to the rain, buddy. Here we go. We're talking about singer Adele. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, Adele also writes songs for other artists. She wrote the song Chandeliers for her friend Australian artist Sia. Number 2, her full name, Adele Laurie Blue Atkins, is her full name. Number 3, she was the first artist to win a Grammy for Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. Or lastly, she charges $20 to meet her backstage. She then donates that money to charity, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars each year. Which of those is a lie?
Let's go with the first one.
Oh, man, you're killing me. Good job, buddy. You're a winner!
No!
Yeah, I love that. Let's just go with the first one, Deb.
2 days in a row.
You're a winner, Chris. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chris. Love your name.
Yeah. She does not write songs for other artists.
Now, see, I would have thought, okay.
To be honest with you, she didn't really pick up writing songs like on an instrument until a little bit later when she learned how to play guitar a little bit. But I think she's a lyricist more than anything.
Sorry, James. Sorry, Christopher. Sorry, Devaney.
Her full name is Adele Laurie Blue Atkins. She was the very first artist to win a Grammy for Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. Since then, it's been done again. Who do you think that is?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish is the answer.
Oh, wow. Good job, Jack.
And then lastly, she does charge $20 to meet her backstage, regardless of who you are, and then donates that money to us to a charity called SANS.
So they got to cap that up because that would go on forever. For just $20 to meet her, that line would be endless.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's when you get backstage, even if you do get backstage, it costs you $20 if you want to meet her, even backstage. Like, I think any situation, that's one of her things, I guess. Or maybe they just have a group of people
that's not a lot of money for a meet and greet is what I'm saying.
No, it's not, but it's also very achievable, and I think that's one of those things that...
But it's so achievable, they have to cap it off because I think they'd have she'd spend all night meeting people for $20.
You're
Careful
100%
how you
right.
say that.
I know. I just looked over and somebody in all caps said Puzzle Master Fatality. It's 2 days in a row. People are just like, well, I guess I'll just kick this down the can and then pick the right one. Okay, a couple other things about Adele before we get to the top of the hour. Don't forget, we do have Scott Brown on the other side of this with It's Only Money. She suffers from ornithophobia.
She's scared of birds.
She is scared of seagulls.
Seagulls?
Yeah, that is the fear of birds, but she's scared of seagulls.
I don't blame her. They can be pretty aggressive.
This is kind of cool. Did you guys ever see the movie Notting Hill, Hugh Grant?
Yeah.
No.
It's a really good movie.
Really?
Classic rom-com.
I know, and Jim is a little excited about this chick flick.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's
really good. It's really funny. It's got a great character that's his roommate. It's one of the best characters in movie history, and I will say that, and I'll stand on that. It's really good.
All right.
Wild, right? At one point, she lived in an apartment that was actually above the bookstore that was featured in Hugh Grant's movie, Notting Hill. So the bookstore that he owns in this movie, or goes into, I believe, she lived in an apartment above that actual bookstore.
Which is so cool.
Kind of cool. And she does have a fear of flying and sailing as well. So she's scared.
Which is interesting because the manor house that she bought after giving birth to her child apparently was really, really haunted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she'd walk in and the mobiles over the crib would be going crazy all the time.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Wow. She's lost a lot of weight. I think she's one of the most talented vocalists I've seen in the last 30 years.
Oh, absolutely.
We were talking about her the other day when we were talking about female singers, and somebody said something about whether she was a good singer as like Beyonce, and I'm like, guys, get out of here. Get out of here, man. She is top 3 in the last 20 or 30 years in singing. She's just got such a beautiful, powerful voice, and I do believe Skyfall is the best Bond song of all time, and I really don't even think it's close. It is so good.
It's pretty damn good.
She did it at the Oscars, and I go back and watch that video sometimes and get haunted. Dude, it is crazy good.
I'm a big fan of the Chris Cornell one from the poker.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But Adele is great.
Yeah, the Casino Royale one.
Yeah,
that was good. But Skyfall's there's something very
haunting
about it. Very good song. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec, and we got a fresh keyword for you right now.
It's time to show you're weird. The 2026 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival celebrates 35 years of weird. May 12th through the 25th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets available now at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident blocking the shoulder, I-4 eastbound before Dirksen Drive. Also, crash still blocking the right lane, 436 westbound between Palm Springs Drive and I-4, and another crash, I-4 eastbound at 472, causing some backups there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The best trips are the ones you share, so discover mountains of fun together in Pigeon Forge. Experience hiking in the Smoky Mountains, thrill rides at Dollywood, and even walk alongside dinosaurs. And getting here is easier than ever. Start planning at mypigeonforge.com.
Man, everybody knows Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it right now at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel is the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools as well. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware's trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every day, and they do a great job as well. Steel zero-turn mowers now available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find yours easily at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Adding great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Oh, these power bills, they can get you. Everyone's looking to save, finding different places where you can save. Well, if you go solar with SolarSource.com, you are investing not only into your home and your property, an investment that will, make your home more valuable, but you're also going to start saving on your power bill. My power bill last month was under $40. The month before that, it was $65. It depends on how much sun is hitting your roof and how much energy you use on a daily basis, but it puts you in control using the sun's energy, converting to electricity that you and your family can use, cutting down on what you have to buy from the power company, and in some cases, you can cover all your power needs. Solar Source can get you there, and right now is a great time to jump on board because they are rolling back to pre-2020 solar pricing during the Solar Source Price Rewind event. Listen, Solar Source has been doing it in our community since 1984. Over 75,000 systems installed, trusted by people like NASA, Disney, Legoland, and more. And they have great customer service and an industry-leading 25-year warranty. Go to SolarSource.com. Tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you for exclusive savings.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
C-Lane here. Guys, let's have a talk for a second. If ED is starting to show up, you already know that's not something that just fixes itself. You can brush it off, joke about it, but when it matters, it still shows up. And yeah, it messes with your head, messes with your confidence, and it affects your relationship. Your partner notices, and you can only ignore that for so long. If you're still depending on pills every time, hoping for a different result, you know that's not really a fix. And that's why guys are calling Premier Men's Medical Center. They're helping men get things back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. And listen, 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. That's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call Premier Men's Medical Center.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
To everyone who thinks bold burgers are worth celebrating, let our team member Isabel tell you about the Colby Jack Pub Burger at Culver's.
This pub burger is packed with flavor. I mean, I could talk about it all day, but honestly, it might be better to hear it from the people who love it the most. This is what some of our guests had to say.
This is the best burger I've ever had.
Lots of flavors going on in there.
That sauce, so good.
We love to hear it, and that's exactly why it's officially back right now for a limited time. Complete with everyone's favorite combination of fresh, never frozen beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo. Put it all together, and you've got a burger people can't stop talking about, me included. It's the perfect burger to turn an ordinary day into something special, and we love making it fresh for you just as much as you love eating it. Come on in and let us make a Colby Jack Pub Burger for you at Culver's.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Good afternoon, folks. I read an article where almost all of the American car companies are getting a system where it watches your eyes as you're driving. And if you're distracted or tired or drunk or stoned, it will shut the car off. Talk about intrusive and probably illegal. We don't own anything anymore.
Hey, Colbert crew, good afternoon. Jason over in Palm Bay. Jack, I just wanted to give you a heads up. If you call your dealership and tell them you got a fat relative coming in town and you need a seatbelt extender, they should get you one for free. That's how I got some for my vehicle.
Wait, what?
And yeah, they can't charge you for it because it would almost be discrimination against a fat person.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, you can also give a shout out to Nancy and shout out to Levi. Holla.
JCS crew, what is up?
What up,
Love you guys, man. Hope you're having a great Cinco de Mayo.
You too, boss.
And Taco Tuesday, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
had tacos.
God,
today. They
you're
were
right,
awesome.
dude. You're right.
I did want to say about the thing you were talking about with the car, the repo, self-repo. It would be kind of cool to have that kind of technology. Say your car got stolen, like literally hit a button on an app, and your car drives back to your house. Anyway, just a thought. Love you guys. Have a great one.
Thanks, buddy.
Peace.
I do believe they have an app where you can disable that, right? Because I know my wife's electric car, the Mach-E, had something like that where you could on the app disable it, or it was more for kids rather than being stolen, but it had a code that you had to enter before it would start up.
Oh,
But
wow.
like your phone, right? You could do that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Your 6 o'clock keyword is cash. CASH. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000 cash, guys. That is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Hey, going back to that guy's talkback, I just saw a video on Insta about that very thing. Lady said that she rented a car in. I just had to clear my throat, Jack. I didn't curse. That she had to. She rented a car, and I want to say it was Greece or Europe somewhere, And she said that she was driving, and all of a sudden, as she was driving, her car started kind of sputtering and stuff, and it wouldn't run. It would barely keep running or whatever. And on the screen, a message came up that says, "You need to raise your head up. We can't see your eyes."
Oh.
And what happened was, as she was driving long distance, she got to get comfortable and slumped down in her seat a little bit to get comfortable, which took her eyes away from like this sensor. It's funny that guy sent that, because I actually had that to talk about, but I hadn't researched it yet because I didn't want it to be like one of these meme things I looked at and looked like a stupid fool on the air. But I do that already, so I didn't need any extra help doing that. And then that just kind of bolsters the idea that is happening.
I heard Russ talking about his new vehicle. He has an EV Hummer.
Yeah.
But he said it like warns him when it detects he's getting drowsy. And I was wondering, is that done through eye scanning?
Yeah, I don't know how they do that with my wife's Mach-E, and this was the very first iteration of this. So, we don't know what, but you just had to keep your hands at 10 and 2, and the steering wheel has these pads that are like stainless steel, and your hands are supposed to be there, and the pads have like sensors in there to sense your heartbeat, your heart rate.
Oh, like the treadmill at the gym.
Like, exactly like that.
Yeah.
The fact that you have, and if you take your hands off that, the car will drive itself for about 30 seconds, and then it'll tell you to put your hands back on the wheel, or it'll just turn off.
No, thank you.
But I didn't.
Oh, guess what? It's great, by the way.
Yeah.
So, again, I have a Toyota. It has that self-driving assist, that self-assist, and, you put it in cruise control. It will follow the other car, slow up. Car moves in front. It shows you that. It adjusts the speed accordingly, and it keeps you in the lane. It's a beautiful thing on those drives. But again, with Toyota, they don't encourage you not to keep your hands on the wheel. So you have about 20 to 30 seconds before it'll start beeping.
Yeah.
And you have to just kind of nudge it to let them know that you have the wheel.
Yeah, you just touch it again, and it'll give you another 30 seconds. But what's cool, though, is you can actually hover your hands over it so the wheel can turn.
Yeah.
And you almost, just like kind of wrap your hand around it without touching it, and the car will drive itself. It'll take curves.
Highway driving?
It'll do
Hell yeah,
everything.
dog.
It's very cool.
Which is helpful when you're on your phone.
Well, you can't get on your phone because you have to have both hands up there. So it won't let you do that.
Well, some companies...
they say.
I was going to say, if you see anybody you're driving next to...
Some company, when the guy was doing the, We Will Rock You clapping, they were encouraging, saying, hey, it's hands-free driving. I think other car companies are hesitant to encourage that, where they're saying it's there to assist you, to kind of warn you when you're drifting, or if you're dozing off, it'll adjust. Like if you try to change lanes without putting your blinker on...
It'll fight you.
Yeah, it'll fight you.
Like if you,
it'll
fight you.
No, you're going in the wrong lane.
Yeah.
But guess what? It prevents you from breaking the law.
But the one thing that's kind of wild about it, Deb,
I don't need any help. You just use your index finger and you hit the little lever, and the light comes on, and you check, and then you move over, and then you turn it off, and then you
don't have any problems. But if you try to do that without the blinker,
let me tell you something else.
I think one of the worst things you can do as a driver is expect other drivers to read your mind as to what you're going to be doing next.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gotta always let them know.
And the other thing about these cars that Jack is not mentioning, but everybody that's got one out there will know. So when you change texture of road, right? Like if you're on a concrete road and you go onto a pavement or onto a tar road, if that thing sees an exit and it's like, and if it's the same kind of road material, it will try to take that exit, and you literally have to fight your own car to stay on the road.
That sounds like fun.
That is the one thing about that thing. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a blast. It really was. Didn't pay for gas for 4 years. Never broke down. It ate tires like cereal, though. That's the only thing. We did put 3 sets of tires on it because it's so heavy, and Russ is going to experience that too.
Yeah.
They eat tires alive because they weigh a lot. But I'm telling you, your brakes, you don't have to change brakes because it's got that regenerative braking that when you use the car's momentum and it engages the generator to create more power for your car. But man, that texture of road, when it doesn't sense it right, it can be very scary.
That in a 17-hour road trip.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that either. Yeah, the road trips are way different. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, text us 77031. So, Luz Lindsay, she comes home to a nightmare the other day. She takes a little vacation, goes back. She's actually looking to sell this house up in Sanford, Florida. This is back in February, right? So she's getting it all ready to go. She had someone repair some things on her house. And while she was doing that, she went out and around, came back home, and was unbelievably surprised. Somebody had stolen something from her home. And it changed the entire value of the house.
Her AC.
Garage door.
Roof.
Really changed. No, not the roof. That'd be kind of wild. But this actually goes into a little topic here. They stole her driveway.
How do you steal someone's driveway?
It's pavers. And they sat there and pulled up every single paver from her driveway and stole it. $5,500 in pavers.
Oh.
So it was just a plain dirt lot where her driveway was. And I was like, well, how do you do this in the middle of the day? You know, and man, when Russ and I first started hanging out and he was doing these con type things, but they were out at the convention center, but he was with Party World or whatever, and he wanted to go in. He goes, all you have to do is tuck your shirt in, get a tie, and then carry a clipboard. That's all you have to do, and you will get in anywhere you want to go. Just look like you belong there, and people will let you in. And he said that for years, right? And I believe him 100%, and I know it's true, right?
Yeah, it's how I snuck onto the Lethal Weapon set downtown.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, you just act like you belong there.
I saw that thing blow up from a tower.
Yeah.
But basically, this is the idea of you having a truck that has like your magnets on the side. It says, you know, whatever pavement. It can be completely, it's all fake, right? The numbers are fake. The license numbers are fake. And you pull up to the house and you get out with workers and you start unloading a driveway. Oh, who's going to stop you? I mean, because people do work like that all the time.
Right,
I mean, if somebody came up and said, well, what are you guys doing? I mean, I know this lady, she's out of town. I'm like, oh yeah, Miss Lund's hired us to pull this up because it's the wrong color. We have to install the new one tomorrow. Nobody would say a word. Like nobody would say a word. I bet this kind of stuff happens all the time with people who just have the balls to pull off something like this. And I don't think they've caught them.
Yeah, I can't imagine how they would.
Yeah.
I mean, the pavers aren't barcoded.
No, they're just stone.
No, they need like Ring doorbell, neighbors doorbell stuff to try and catch them. They recently, and it might have also been Sanford, a few weeks back, where a neighbor saw a worker coming and basically taking the air conditioning unit, and he confronted him and then ended up calling the police on him. The dude was stealing it.
Wow.
But the person wasn't home. I think they were on vacation, and he just, you know, pretended he was a worker, and then he started dismantling their AC. And
yeah, that's why, man, I got to tell you, when it comes to social media, if you'll know, I'm not super active anymore. I would never, Jack goes on vacation sometimes. He'll be like, hey, don't say I'm gone. Don't say, and I don't tell anybody I'm gone either. And so we have somebody that stays at our house while we're gone. One of our kids will come over and just stay at our place when we're gone. Because you never know, man. You're out there, you're gone. People can just come up to your house and just take stuff. And if it looks like it's legit, who's going to ask any questions?
I like the fact that when I go away, the person I have who stays at my house, the house is more secure than it's when I'm there. It's like, I'd be afraid to go there.
That's the same thing, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like, I couldn't imagine. And somebody just texted and said, you can pick that entire driveway up in just a few minutes. If you have like 3 workers to be able to peel that thing up. But you can't just throw those pavers in the back of a truck. You got to set them down because they'll break. Yep. You're not stealing them just to steal them.
Right, exactly.
You're going to sell them to somebody else, right? They're expensive as hell. And they float. You know, they don't get concreted down. It's just on a bed of sand.
Oh, yeah.
And then they lock them in with more sand, and that's it. It just kind of sits there floating like a laminate floor, you know? You just pull them up. You get one started. That's it. The whole thing comes up. Crazy.
Poor lady.
And by the way, she'd had her driveway fixed before so she could put the pavers down. So she had to pay for the driveway repair and now has to pay for more pavers as well. And she's got to do that because she's selling her house.
Texter says a few years back they were at work. Someone dug up a Norwegian pine out of their front yard. Stole a damn tree.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I've heard that with other exotic plants, like agave plants. I've heard that or mature staghorn ferns that are very, very expensive, that they'll do that too. Crazy. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. Cash, by the way, guys, that is your 6 o'clock keyword, CASH. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Our buddy Scott Brown, It's Only Money is next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, why don't we play some Mexican music? Like J-Lo? Stupid things people say on Cinco de Mayo. Real Radio 104.1.
Crash blocking the shoulder, traveling on I-4 eastbound before Dirksen Drive. Slow ride right now, I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. An accident reported Orange Blossom Trail at Junction Road. Also, accident blocking the left shoulder, Beachline eastbound before the Greenway Main Toll Plaza. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushYard.com.
What do your ex and traffic have in common? Both can hold you back. But here's the difference. With traffic, you wait. With divorce, you don't have to. At TK Law, we help you move forward with clarity, with confidence, and with a plan for your future. Because divorce isn't just about ending something. It's about beginning the next chapter. Don't let your ex keep you stuck. Move forward with TK Law. TK Law, one firm for life.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Orlando, this is your last chance to see the Storm at home in the regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m. The Orlando Storm take on the DC Defenders at the Inter&Co Stadium. It's hats off to the Heroes Night as we honor the brave men and women who serve our community and our country. Be there for hard-hitting football, a playoff push, and an electric Friday night under the lights. Plus, the first 5,000 fans get a free Orlando Storm hat. Tickets start at just $16. Get yours now at UFLstorm.com. That's UFLstorm.com. Join the storm, experience the chaos.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-616-1997. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-616-1997. That's 800-616-1997. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Here's to the moms chasing toddlers or texting bad memes in the family group chat.
What the?
This Mother's Day, iHeartRadio honors all the moms in your life. Celebrate with the moms in music with iHeart Moms Radio. Explore playlists for the whole family, like Disney hits. Plus, plenty of mom-themed podcasts. Open the iHeartRadio app, search Mom, and listen now. iHeartRadio.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, you guys have been talking up your Yachtly cruise, and I've been on that St. John's riverboat tour. But that was on the old riverboat a long time ago. It is a great time, though, even when your wife is with you. I mean, even when you're together. Wait, I mean, even when your wife you're with. Oh, crap.
Oh, he's hitting the phone, too. Very good. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Text us, 77031, CASH. CASH is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's C-A-S-H. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth.
Isn't that really just common sense financial advice?
It's both. Oh, okay. It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Good laugh for our buddy Scott Brown. Yay! Look at this. Look at this. Look at this hero.
I'm glad Deborah's back. Because she always has the most enthusiastic Scott Brown
She does.
welcome.
I do. I mean, I love her as well.
Yeah.
I have missed her so much when she was gone. She'll never
She's
do
a
it
married
again.
woman. She's glowing now.
She'll never do it again.
I think that's why she's glowing. I'm not sure.
I will never allow her to leave. I don't care what happens in her life. She's staying right there the whole
Yeah,
time.
he's cute, isn't he?
Hey.
Oh, I
Say it.
love
She said I'm
that.
cute. You say it. Scott Brown, Edgewater Family Wealth, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Fiduciary here in town for like 39 years. And if you're wondering what that means, it means he's bound by his own heart and soul to make sure that you
blood oath
and your portfolio are handled properly with the right attention and integrity.
I have fiduciary tattooed in the middle of my back.
Yeah, I bet you do. Your stamp.
Nobody wants
As
to
soon
see
as
that.
you said middle, I was like, no.
Don't
Okay.
poke it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Scott's been doing this a very long time. Many clients, and of course, whether it be $10 million or $800,000 or $200,000, he's going to be able to give you some sage advice on how to make that last as long as possible in retirement, and tell you how you can make that bigger as you move toward retirement. That's what we're doing here as well. How you doing, by the way, buddy? Good weekend.
I had a great weekend. Played a little bit of golf. Played a little bit of tennis. Ate a lot of food. It was all good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
We have an event coming up May 8th. That's next week.
We do?
Yeah. Or no, that's actually this week. 3 days.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Ruth Chris and Lake Mary. So it happens at noon. And of course, you'll have all the friends out there.
We will. We'll have Greg will be out there talking about Medicare and Social Security. The team will be doing live planning. So, I know we say this a lot, but the reality is planning for a lot of people can be intimidating. And if you just go see how it's done and you see how not intimidating it really is, that it's simply data that you're putting in. I have this much. I save this much. I want to retire at this age. I want to get an RV. I want to go to Europe. I want to get a bass boat. Whatever it is that floats your boat, we plug it in and show you statistically what the likelihood of success is. And the good news is if it's not a success score that you like, say 80%, 90% success, it's 50% or 30%, we show you how to fix it.
Right, and we have that new feature on the website as well.
We do.
The test.
Yeah, so we have Wealth DNA, which is a test you take. It's kind of a personality test for money. So, and some of us took it here in the studio.
I was shocked at how spot on it was.
Really? I've got to go do it. I haven't done it yet. I feel like I've done it.
Yeah, we did it the week that you were on your cruise.
Okay.
And I was shocked with the results at how close to my personality it was. Like, wow, okay, yeah.
It's very thorough.
Very.
Yeah, it takes like 10, 15 minutes, I think, to take, but it gives you an immediate response. The output's right there. And what I think is cool about it is as we've talked about, people think, well, I won't do this or I won't. It tells you your strengths or weaknesses. And if you say, well, I am prone to doing this bad thing, like, for example, in 2008, you may have gotten out of the market in a panic, right? And you say, well, I'll never do that again. But it shows you might. So if maybe before you would have got completely out, maybe this time you don't get completely out or out at all. If you're prone to impulse buys, maybe you bought, GameStop, or you bought some crypto that's now disappeared. It tells you those tendencies you have to be impulsive. So it tells you your strengths, it tells you your weaknesses, and when you know your strengths and weaknesses, it's easier to kind of
then you can work around what you need to make sure you get to the right goal.
Agreed. And we all have them. I have them. I'm something they call a wealth commander. I can actually be a little more impulsive than, say, my wife, who's more of an architect. She plods along. She's more of a perfectionist. I'm an optimist. I love everything.
Right.
So you need to know what those weaknesses are and what tendencies might tend to get in your way.
Is it also important that you know what your spouse's tendencies are as well? Because I remember we talk about Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett quite a bit, and we also remember when Warren Buffett was asked what's the most important decision you make in your life when it comes to your finances, and he said it's your spouse.
100%.
Because if you don't know how your spouse rolls, or your spouse and you don't really gel on how money is handled, that could cause some major problems. I would think if you're doing this, you kind of want both people in the house that are contributing to the account to do this, right?
Yes. I think actually that may be the best feature of this thing for you and your spouse to take it, because I have literally sat in the office where a couple has taken it, and I say to the guy, oh, here are your weaknesses. You do this, this, and this. And he's like, I don't do any of those things. And I look over at his wife, and she's nodding affirmative. Yes, he does all of those things. So, again, I think it's important for you to say, okay, because if I tell my wife she does this thing that I don't necessarily think is a good thing, that might not go over so big. But if she takes a test and it shows, I might not have to sleep on the couch. So it's a very beneficial relationship-saving program.
As long as when it spits out the answer, you don't go, see?
Yeah. Well, I probably would do that.
All right. Well, let's move on to this other one, man, because you got a couple things here to the Wealth DNA thing. If you want to do that, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Doesn't cost anything to do that.
Nope.
And once you get that information, again, you can make yourself an appointment, ask the questions about what that information offers and how you can apply that to your life. And Scott and those guys will be glad to help you out with that.
Yeah, actually, we've had a few people who've taken the Wealth DNA test and wanted to come in and go over the results with us.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's super cool. And we give context to it. That means you might do this in this instance. That means you might be tempted to do something that you probably shouldn't do, and here are those things.
Yeah. You brought in some really cool things today. I just saw them for the first time right before you came in. But this last one is great. I want to get to that here in a second. But first things first, just talking to a buddy of mine about this this past weekend, because he's in business for himself, and he just retired from. Yep. He was with Disney for many, many years. And this goes back to that retiring to something rather than from something. And the question is, or the statement is, retirees often mistakenly think life will be both completely figured out and constantly awesome once they retire. Is it? Discuss that arrival fallacy. What is the arrival fallacy when it comes to retirement?
So everybody on the planet has arrival fallacy, especially Americans. We all think if we just get this thing, if we just get this car, if we just get this money, if we just get this significant other, if we just achieve this thing in school, it's called the arrival fallacy, is that when you arrive at this place, this goal, this educational, obstacle that you're trying to get through, whatever it is, we all believe that then when we do that thing, everything will be fine. We'll always be happy, be unicorns and butterflies. And that the reality is that's true of retirement, or not true of retirement in many ways, because now you have a whole nother set of obstacles ahead of you. First of all, you've kind of lost your purpose, so you need to refine purpose. You need to find things to keep you busy, because everybody thinks, I won't have to work, and that's going to be great. And it might be great. It might be great. You may hate your job, and I get that. But then you have to find something to fill that gap in your time, and following your wife around all day because I had a woman tell me once, when her physician husband retired, she said, I married him for life, but not for lunch, because he just puppy dogged around all day, driving her nuts. So you need to have purpose. So don't think for a second that when you retire suddenly, because now, you're filling your life. Unfortunately, we'll be older when we retire. We got doctor's appointments. We have grandchildren. We still have responsibilities, and we need to fill that time. I don't know if you've ever heard the term arrival aggression. Have you heard this term?
No.
So my golf buddies call it arrival aggression. On the first day of a golf trip, everybody shows up shot out of a cannon, ready to go, ready to party, ready. We're all 60-year-old men, so you know how that ends. So the first day
around 8:30.
Yeah, so they all overdo it the first day.
Yeah.
They're staggering into the room about 7:30. Nobody's talking about playing poker. Nobody's talking about another drink. They're all going to bed because they had arrival aggression.
Yeah, that's the first day of every cruise I take.
Exactly, for most people. So that's part of the arrival fallacy, and that can happen to retirees. What I see a lot of times is somebody will retire, and somebody who met with me, say, once or twice a year, we went over their stuff, we did their planning. Yes, we communicated over the phone. Maybe we had brief discussions via email or whatever. Suddenly now they have arrival aggression. They want to look at every stock, every fund, every this, every that, read every article. Now they're subscribing to Barron's and the Wall Street Journal and I don't know what. And now they've kind of attacked their money as filling that gap. And that lasts typically the first 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Till I have to beat them back with a bat, right? To say, no, we've been doing well for the last 30 years. I think you can stay on this path. And that's part of that arrival fallacies. They're trying to fill their time. That's obviously not going to do it.
Yeah, the gentleman I was talking to this past weekend has owned a very successful company as well. He also worked for one of the biggest companies out there, Disney, for a number of, obviously until retirement. And, but the business he has is really only relevant a couple times a year. So he was retired for about 3 months, and I called him. I said, "How's it going?" He goes, "I'm losing my blanking mind."
Yeah.
And then he wound up kind of getting into an online clothing thing, and then is now about to start another business because he just completely lost it. He's like, "Man, I'm bored S-less," and this is a guy who's like kind of active,
Yeah, and there's balance there. If you think about, people often are critical, rightfully so, of celebrities and people who inherit money or the children of the wealthy. But think about the fact that if you're a child of a wealthy person who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars and you've never had to work, you have no purpose.
Right,
That's why they implode. That's why they overdose on drugs. That's why they drink too much. That's why you see them on television and in the tabloids. So you have to understand we need, and I know everybody kind of gets this, but it bears repeating, is you need purpose. And if you don't retire to use your words, if you don't retire into something, you might be setting yourself up for some major disappointment.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I told my friend, I was like, I have a tentative plan of what I want to do, and to be honest with you, I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, I really am excited about it. This has been a great career, a great job, still is, a wonderful job, and it's a lot of fun, got great people around me, but there are other things that I would like to do, and I can't wait to do that part of my life. I think it's going to be fun.
And for me, I've always wanted to teach. So when I retire, that's my plan. I'm going to go teach somewhere to whoever will let me teach them. Whether it be college or high school or something like that. And I probably won't do it, probably be a substitute. I'll be that guy that they throw stuff at. And you'll have to cart out of there. But, that's kind of the plan right now.
All right, let's get to the very last question here, which is one of the ones I find kind of important because I see a lot of stuff online about this.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of stuff online is your 401k better than other folks? How one plan differs from another when it comes to employers, from one employer to the next. One of the things I see online quite a bit is this number that they print a lot. And I wonder if that's good for the general public, Scott. And I know that you know what I'm talking about. About every year, Forbes or Barron's or somebody, whomever, they will print them. This is what you need to retire comfortably
the number,
in America. It's just gone up.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that's
ridiculous.
And I think that's really detrimental when people read stuff like that. They go, well, I'm not even close to that. I mean, if these people say I need this to retire comfortably, but man, isn't that subjective? Because
completely.
Because your comfort's different than my comfort.
100%.
Deb's comfort's different than Jack's comfort.
Yep.
So I think when people read that, they get really disenfranchised about what they're doing to themselves and really allow that to kind of beat them down. And I would love you to say something that would kind of get them beyond that because it's everywhere, dude. I don't know if you're online, that stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, and it was started out at $1 million, then it was $2 million, and then now an American needs whatever
1.45 right now is what they say. 1.45 million,
right? I mean, based on what?
Right, that's exactly it.
I mean, let's say you're a person making $70,000 a year, $75,000 a year, you go to retire, you probably are going to get between you and your spouse probably $40,000 or $50,000 a year in Social Security, right?
Right.
So that really means your delta, your gap is $25,000 a year. $500,000 gets that done.
Yeah.
For most people. If you assume a 5% rate of return, which is fair, you can live on 75, replace all of your income.
Right.
on $500,000.
And that's the $500,000 earning interest that produces that. That's not you pulling from the principal either.
Correct.
Right, and a lot of people don't even think about that because your age and how long you live really matters as well.
Yeah.
So all of that factors in.
Yeah, I really hate when they do that, because what happens is somebody reads that $1.4 million, they're 49 years old, and they've got $60,000 in their 401k, and they just want to throw up their hands.
Yeah.
Because, well, I'm never going to get there. But they've never. This goes back to what I've said from day one. You can avoid that trap. You can avoid that depression that comes from thinking that way by simply pulling out a yellow pad and saying to yourself, you do have 60 grand saved. You'll probably have 100, 150, 200 grand. Yeah, maybe you can't replace the full 70 grand, but with Social Security, you can get to 60 or 65, which is fine because you're not working anymore anyway, and a lot of your expenses are going to go away.
Exactly. Your medical insurance theoretically will go away or drop dramatically. More than likely, your cars or vehicles will be paid off. More than likely, by that time, your home will be paid off. So you're looking at it with the wrong colored glasses because you're already assuming your overhead right now is going to be applied 20 years from now, and it's not even close to that.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're, and again, obviously it's a marketing thing. Mutual fund companies, wirehouses, brokerage firms, they want you to think you need $1.4 million because they want to manage your $1.4 million, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not there, you got to keep, by goodness, trying.
So when you're planning, looking at a retirement, and you are living off the interest on an investment, at the end, is it planned for that you finally dip into the principal towards the end? Is that something that is, for some, what they plan on leaving others, or is that ever used as part of the expense that you plan for someone's retirement or that they plan for themselves?
And that's a great question, because I just saw a thing on that just the other day, Jack, about this. Like, if the interest is this much, you can pull 2% to bump it up to here, and that will, lessen your money this much. But it gave you all of that information.
Yeah, so that's a wonderful question, because again, everybody's got needs different. If let's say you didn't have kids,
right? Yeah,
you have no heirs. Who cares?
Right, who cares?
Whether you leave 50 grand or 500 grand, right? So I think people, like I still have clients who are like, well, I just want to spend the interest, and I want to keep the 500 or 700 or whatever it is intact. And I'm like, well, you're 87 years old. Right. If you dig 10 grand in every year to go on a trip, who cares, right?
Yeah.
So I think as we've said many times, some people want to leave their kids a bunch of money, and I'm not judging that. That's a lot of people, right? Some people want to bounce the last check.
Yeah.
So it depends on who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. But certainly, I do think we do people a disservice, Jack, to your point, by saying you can only spend the interest, right? Because we know that the best years, health and wealth combined, we know that between 65 and 75 are the peak and best traveling years, or life enjoyment years, if you will, for retirees. So yeah, maybe you get a little more aggressive in your spend, and I can model this for people. I say, well, what if you dig into principal from 65 to 75? What if you had 500 grand, but you spent $35,000 and 1% a year, you dug into the principal a bit. You get to be 75, 80 years old, and now you don't got 500 or 600 grand. Now you got 400 grand. Right. Again,
it doesn't matter.
Who cares? And the other thing I would say to that is, it's a year by year thing. Some years we're going to have disproportionate gains, right? We might make 10%, 15%, 20%. And some years we might lose 2 or 3% because that's how markets work. In the good year, that's the year to buy the Harley.
Right, yeah.
That's the year to go to Europe. That's the year to do whatever you wanted to do, right? In the bad year, you might pull in a little bit and back off.
And the great thing about having an advisor is that's why you're there. You're there so that you can call up and say, hey, Scott, you know what? Wife and I just decided we're 70 years old. We want to travel, so we're thinking about buying an RV. Tell us what the plan can be for that. And that's the great thing about having somebody like you, because you don't have to make those guesses or make a mistake that could cost you tax money down the road or any of those things. You just call up Scott, say, hey, look, this is what I want to do. Well, cool. Let me draw that on paper for you, show what it looks like, and then move forward.
I love that example, because somebody might call me up and say, look, Scott, I want to spend 100 grand on an RV, and I say, all right, well, give me 20 minutes and I'll give you a call back. I run the data. Before you buy the RV, you're at a 93% success rate. So I know statistically there's a pretty high chance you can't screw this up, right? After the RV, you're at 91%. Is that okay with you? 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
with
you're
that,
going to be
right?
okay with
Statistically,
it.
I'm still in a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Now, if conversely, if they call me up and say, I want to spend $100,000 on an RV, and they started at 90 and they ended at 50, I might say, can you find something for 75? Because the numbers don't really look as good as I would like them to.
But even having that information is a giant plus. Okay, so now I have some parameters.
Yeah.
And it's like my brain works really well with that. You give me lists or give me some parameters, I can kill it for you because then I know where I'm working within, and it allows me to kind of build the plan I need to use to work within that parameter. And I think that's an absolute godsend because my brain doesn't work like outside of that world. I like to be able to go, okay, in this world, I can destroy it for you.
Yep.
Outside of that, that's really outside of my realm.
Well, and I think if you have to think in the abstract then. If you go to buy an RV and you don't really know what this is going to do, how uncomfortable you want to buy it, but you don't know if you should buy it.
Right, yeah.
What is this going to do to us long term? It should be a wonderful experience to go buy your cool RV, right?
Yeah.
You're making it difficult on yourself.
Yeah. All right, again, that's EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. And don't forget, May 8th, noon, right there in Lake Mary at Ruth's Chris, they're having a seminar. You can go. All you have to do is go to the website, go to the pull-down bar, and reserve your seat. Do we have some left?
Oh, heck yeah. We got room. We got plenty of room for, I think, at least 5 or 6 more couples. So if you go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, do the drop-down, RSVP for you and whoever you're bringing, and we'll feed you some food.
Yeah, and don't forget while you're there, take that wealth DNA test.
Do take the test. The test is fun. It's fun.
And people are taking it like crazy.
They are taking it, and they're calling in to ask, how do we deal with these results?
And if you have any questions about anything that we discussed during this segment, you're also welcome to call the firm, talk to Scott, talk to Bratcher, and if it takes a few minutes, they can explain it. But if not, they can easily book an appointment for you to come in and chat a little bit. And none of this is going to cost you any money. These guys are going to give you some great advice. And if you want to become a client, then you guys can talk about that. If not, take the information that Scott and Bratcher or anybody there at the office gives you and move on until you're ready to do that.
Yeah, everybody who comes to see us walks out with a plan and a balance sheet and things that they like. They don't always become clients because they may not be ready to do that, but quite frequently, 2 or 3 times a week, it happens.
EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Deb, what you got for news?
Well, we've got another close call between 2 planes at JFK Airport.
It's like every other day, dude.
I know. Closer to home, Palm Beach County votes to enact an airport name change, and then we're going to do a little bit of history of Cinco de Mayo. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back in a sec, get Deb's news, and get the hell out of here on a Tuesday.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
The heat is ramping back up here at home. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. High pressure is building in. That'll keep our weather pattern mainly quiet. We may see a stray shower or two this evening with the help of that sea breeze, but overall we'll stay dry and somewhat muggy through the overnight. We'll fall back into the middle to upper 60s around the metro, a touch cooler to our north and west. We'll see a few clouds from time to time. Our hump day, though, warming up. Becoming hot, really lower to middle 90s for our afternoon readings under a mixture of clouds and sunshine. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Terminix. Termite alert. It is termite season in Florida and swarms have been identified in your area. Termites can attack your home or business and cause costly damage. Don't live with the termite problem. Before you see termites this swarm season, Terminix it. Schedule a free inspection at Terminix.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. With approved credit, offer expires 6/5/26.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Chris, said, selling our 16-year-old home was quick thanks to the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. We avoided the stress of showings, constant cleaning, and negotiations. Their guaranteed offer was beyond what we were hoping for. I've been in the business for nearly 30 years, and I know what matters most: selling your home fast and for maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. SuperSure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, SuperSure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supersure.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, so we shall tomorrow, Wednesday, on Real Radio. Kick it off with the Monsters in the morning. It is Wednesday. That means Ray Trenley from TK Law will be joining the crew in the 9 o'clock hour. And also at 9 o'clock, the keywords resume. 13 more chances for you to win $1,000. Get $1,000 in your hand. Happens tomorrow starting at 9. Now, when it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family's future in the world of family law, whether it's trust, wills, you name it, they can do it at TK Law. Online at onefirmforlife.com.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Hey guys, I was going to say Hulk Hogan was not all that pleasant. I met him 3 different occasions down in his house at Clearwater. We were staying 2 houses down from my friend that owns the Chrysler dealership. We was there for 3 weeks, and all 3 experiences was horrible. He shut the garage door on us, almost ran us down, but he's a small man. He's not really that big.
Not small.
Hey, JCS crew, what's going on? This is Ray Mello, heading home after a long day of testing at my school. You were talking about must-see TV on Thursdays. I didn't get to see Seinfeld and Friends until I got older, and I've watched every episode from those 2 series. It was great. I remember Thursday nights for me was watching Martin, Living Single, and New York Undercover for all my New York folks back home that know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, very cool. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Yeah, I met Hogan in a bathroom. He's not small. I mean, that is not true. But he's definitely not 6'9", 305.
Oh, no.
Yeah, more like 6'5", 280.
Tiny.
Yeah, not tiny. He's a big dude. He just isn't like 6'9".
Yeah.
Like they booked him at like this really gigantic guy, but he's a big
I'm telling
dude.
you, Thunderlips look like a mountain compared to Rocky Balboa in
He
Rocky
did,
3.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here.
Yeah.
So is Scott Brown. And again, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, May 8th. That's just a couple days away. Ruth Chris up in Lake Mary. Starts at 12 o'clock. It will do live plannings right there so you can actually see just how easy it is. And it's free to go. Not only is it free, you get yourself a great lunch.
Yep.
EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Go to that pull-down bar and reserve your seat. That's all you have to do. Just reserve it. No money involved.
I think where people might think, oh, it's too good to be true. I'm going to eat a Ruth Chris lunch and get, some knowledge about financing and where I stand. Guess what? I've done it. It's true.
It's a real
Exactly
thing.
like
I
that,
swear.
yeah.
I swear it's a real thing.
And it's the real food from Ruth Chris. It's really good.
Get you a steak.
Just saying.
All right, Deb, what do you got for news over there?
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Well, what I've got for you, Jimmy, is another close call at a New York airport, the second in 2 days. It happened on Monday at JFK International Airport as a regional Delta flight was coming in for a landing. An air traffic controller warned the pilot that a small propeller plane was just 500 feet above his flight, flying way too close. Pilots on both the commercial and personal plane were ordered to maintain their positions, which helped them avoid the mid-air collision. The FAA is investigating this incident as well as the United flight that hit the bakery truck on its approach to land Sunday in New Jersey.
And the FAA right now is one guy that also works at a Cumberland Farms overnight.
Exactly.
So it's going to take a bit.
But now, did the United flight hit the bakery truck or it hit a light pole and the light
then
pole
the bakery
fell
truck.
off the bakery
No, it hit the truck.
It hit the truck.
Did it hit the
You
truck?
see the tire
Dude,
knock the.
Have you seen the video from inside the truck?
It's terrifying.
The guy's driving and then not driving.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Palm Beach County commissioners have voted to accept a licensing agreement tied to the renaming of Palm Beach International Airport for President Donald J. Trump. State legislators and the governor have already passed a new law mandating the name change. Some Palm Beach County residents were split at a public hearing.
Many states in this country prohibit naming any public place after a convicted felon or any public place after a person who's still alive. Trump is both.
And for those trashing the president, grow up.
Oh, kumbaya, my lord,
good
kumbaya.
times.
County commissioners wanted to know if President Trump would profit from any of the airport merchandise with his name on it. No, of course not. The Federal Aviation Administration has the last word on the name change, and that is expected before July 1st.
That's balls, dude. That's balls telling somebody else to grow up when that dude's in play.
And how many people are surprised?
That is balls.
Zero. And then finally, celebrations will be held all over the nation today and tonight in honor of Cinco de Mayo, which means May 5th in Spanish.
That's right. That's it.
It was on this date in 1862 when the outnumbered Mexican army defeated the invading French forces of Napoleon III at the Battle of Puebla. The Mexican military victory evolved over the years to become what it is today, a celebration of the rich heritage of music, dance, food, and culture. As the population of Mexican Americans has increased over the years, so has the popularity of Cinco de Mayo, especially for states near the Mexican border. What's fascinating is that this is a bigger celebration in the United States than it's ever been in Mexico. It's like St. Patrick's Day. I get to drink.
This is built for bros.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Frat boys.
There are an estimated 21 million Americans of Mexican descent living in the U.S.
There you go.
And you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, young lady.
Sure.
Who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank the fabulous Scott Brown
See,
with
this is what I
Edgewater
miss.
Family
This
Wealth.
is what I miss.
Yay!
I would never. I would never give you that.
You did not. By
I
the
would
way.
not give you
Yeah.
that.
He even brought cake.
I'm like, oh yeah, guy
I did
with
bring cake.
Guy, money, guy. He's here.
Yeah.
That's the best you can
That's
get.
the
With
love
cake.
I get.
Yeah.
With cake. Also want to thank attorney Mo DeWitt for saucing up our Mondays. Kurt for his What'd You Do That's New choice, even though Jimmy feels differently about that. Just in case you missed What'd You Do That's New, as well as Scott Brown's timely financial information. Both podcasts have already been posted to The Jim Colbert Show. And last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you guys. Question of the day, Jackson.
Posted in the YouTube chat. Do you think not having a high school diploma hinders you in 2026?
I'm gonna say 65% of the people say it does.
Sorry, way off. 64% say yes. Nicely done.
All right, again, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Don't miss out on this event coming up May 8th in Lake Mary at the Ruth's Chris. Jack is right. You do get a beautiful lunch. Steak?
Steak.
Burger? Yeah, steak. There you go.
Absolutely.
And you get some great information. They will do a live planning right there, so you get to see it work in real time. Reserve your seat easily. You just EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Good seeing you, buddy.
Likewise.
You got it. All right, let's get the hell out of here. What do you say, guys?
Sounds good.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we'll have Animal House. We have Scott Maxwell in tomorrow as well.
We have Kenny Tallier from the Pet Alliance, along with one of their trainers and a dog coming in tomorrow.
Very nice. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Scott, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Ann with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show, The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident in Osceola County on 192 Vine Street, Bronson Highway, right there at the Target parking lot. There are 2 left lanes blocked, again, 192 eastbound before 535 at the Target, at the entrance to the Target parking lot. 2 left lanes there are blocked. Also another accident reported, 192 at